Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is welcome to Good Buddy Comics presents Skottie Talk. It's been a few minutes since we've had a Skottie Talk. We had our Good Buddy
It's been a
chats.
while.
Yeah, was that a? Oh gosh, the name of the band has just escaped me. What is the band? I can only picture that
I'm
guy
feeling
singing now.
I'm feeling fried too. Somebody
Oh, that's
somebody
a
who's not fried in the comments, help us out. Britain, help us out.
yeah. It's yeah, and that's all you get. This is
Oh
name
my
your name
gosh.
that tune.
It's like all the
But
thrown off our
I
groove.
it's the hats. We haven't wore these hats from a while, so we're going to
Yeah,
get
we're
back into
we're just a
Scotty
super
mode. So
fresh mess, that's all.
that's
Stain, there we
stained.
go.
I started to say that did not sound right, but it
I did
sounds
not
right when you
have
say
that
it.
in at all on my mind. So
Yeah, I wasn't confident enough to say it. I'm glad Britton was here to bail us out. But we are stalling for a few
a few
seconds
times.
while we get the slides pulled up, get the pictures pulled up. It's a great show tonight. It's going to be fun, loosey goosey, just the way Lobo would have it be.
Exactly. Just how Lobo would have it.
Let's be honest. It's the heat. It's the heat that's brought us both down.
It's
We
very
we
hot,
were
yeah.
yeah, last week when it was in the 70s, everybody was happy. Now we're just kind of meh.
We're just meh.
That's how you describe it. And we got three people watching, so that's good so far. That's
Good, because these slides like they process and then like it just stops for some reason. So maybe I just have to like share screen and do it that way. So
that's okay. That's okay. So how's the work week been for you so far, Tyler? This is where our banter gets wild. This is what they came
busy.
for.
It's been busy. I've been busy for like the last month plus. It's just been nonstop. Starting to ramp down a little bit, but
Holy
yeah.
cannoli. Well, I'm glad it's easing up on you a little bit. We
Yeah,
got a
no thank you.
105 heat index. It's the wind chill factor that'll get you out there.
Feeling hot, 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 hot.
Who sings that one?
Hello, Marine.
For,
Yeah. I also don't know that.
we're naming random song lyrics. Hey, Marine. So glad I know Marine works a lot on Wednesday nights. I'm glad to have her, and
Greatly
I'm sure
appreciate
Scott.
you joining in.
Yeah, Scott waiting in the wings to visit with us for a little bit. And whenever we do get to the show tonight, we're going to talk a little bit Supergirl. First, the movie, kind of give mine and Tyler's ratings on it.
A little bit of Supergirl, a little bit of Lobo, which it's fitting because the latest issue of Lobo was also that, a little bit of Lobo, a little bit of Supergirl. So
Yeah, a little bit Alexis or was that I'm not. Good gosh. All right,
doing great.
I'm still at school, so he's at home.
All right, look at that. We've got
Two of them popped
I've
up.
always wanted to pull from our there we go. Brenton's helping us out tonight. I've always wanted to pull from our Google straight from, because I always download and then upload and but it's working tonight. Look at that. Look, we've got slides. Can I do this? We're
Can I
tiny.
whistle? Can I whistle?
Mad.
Yeah, that's a lovely. Check it out.
Oh, did you whistle? Oh, you're whistling. I was like, what's happening?
I whistled. All right. So now
Hey,
comments cover up both.
Our crowd expects nothing less.
Yeah,
no
10
more.
to 10.
Definitely not anymore. Probably less at times, but
Yeah, I'd say it's true. And I will give us credit. I think the last few weeks with our guests that we've had have been A+ shows. They've been really good shows. Not for us.
yeah,
But
we
for
have
them.
when we have people on, there's a certain level of professionalism we have to hold, but when it's just us, we don't have to do that. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just gonna keep pressing buttons.
We could appear at any point of the screen at any time during the show.
Yeah, we're playing streaming roulette. So
kind of like that one.
We're tiny here, but it's fine. Nobody needs to see our face.
That's true. I like to see your face though, Tyler. It makes me happy.
You're probably the first person who said that besides my mom. So,
oh, me and Debbie, we know what's up. All right, Supergirl. So first thoughts, just rapid thoughts. Okay, fresh out of the theater, what was your thought about seeing it?
It was all right. It was okay. I don't want to, because I don't give number ratings, as I told you. So I give feeling ratings is what I like to say, because it's like numbers don't, like we hear a number and we're like, oh, that doesn't sound, good or whatever. But there's been movies that, other people are saying 5 out of 10 or whatever, that I'm like, I really enjoyed that. So I go by feeling. Like, did I like it? Did I really like it? Did I love it? And this one was, it was all right. It was fun. It had its moments, but overall it was, all right. So
All right. Well, blow me
how
up
about
for a
you? Were
second.
you the opposite? Oh,
Blow me up for a second.
like
This was supposed to be a real graphic.
What is that 3.5 or?
Yes, it's 3.
So you cut. I like how you cut the fingers, but like you move the thumb up, so it's like, yeah.
That's all.
I like that. You've got my artistic mind. Like, I'm already thinking of like a graphic I could do where it's like we slice the thumb up, so it's like you get. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to even know if I want to. It's like you get full thumb or you get no. You get no thumb.
So Supergirl got full thumb. Oh, wow,
yeah, we're out. We're cutting. Yeah, we're getting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, out of how many hands? That's a good question. Yeah.
It was out of 5. It was out of 5.
Okay.
5 thumbs up.
So 3.5. I get thumbs up out of 3.5 thumbs up out of 5 thumbs up.
Yeah, that's strong. That's strong.
Yeah, he enjoys that.
Ooh, think of the children. There's feedback,
and that's why only Maureen and Brent are the people watching right now.
That's fine. If I only had 2 people to watch, that'd be the 2 I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, I don't want to like crap on it. I think a lot of people are crapping on it. It was just. And I guess I'll start by saying too, like the trailer like was okay. It didn't get me like crazy excited. Like I was really excited to see Superman based off the trailer. But this one I wasn't as much. There wasn't at least anything that like stood out to me, that got me like kind of hooked. But again, I'm also, and I tell, like I preface with people too, that I'm like, I don't know DC characters that well. I've not read any Supergirl. And I just don't read a lot of DC, so I don't know the characters as well either. So there's also going into where I'm like, maybe I didn't connect with the characters much, but maybe somebody who reads the character did, kind of a deal. So,
well, I wondered if that made a big difference about. Yeah, there's an echo going. I'm sorry.
I can't hear anything.
Yeah, it's feedback.
I can like slightly hear. Yeah, but
hold on. Let me see if I can get that worked.
There we go. Technical difficulties now, people.
This is
0 thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm hearing.
Yeah. You and your. Anyways, yeah, Supergirl was all right. Supergirl to me was fun. Like I said, it had its moments. I liked the lead actress, of course, name I'm blanking, so my eyes will roll up into the back of my head as I Google.
Millie Alcock? Is that her?
Millie Alcock, yeah.
There's still.
I liked her in House of Dragons, so that was at least my first run-in with her in a movie or series. So Dustin's removed himself. It's just me tonight, guys.
I'm back.
What about you? Did you enjoy it? You said 3.5.
Yeah, it was 3.5 out of 5, which is not terrible, not great, but not terrible. But it was I hadn't read the story by Tom King that it's based on.
I haven't, either.
So I went in completely. I didn't even read because I knew it was based upon a story that they were kind of adapting it loosely. So I went in not knowing what that was to see if I enjoyed it as a standalone story by itself. And I took my 3 of my 4 kids to see it. One of the kids didn't want to go see it.
I could have gone just because we have some images. Not that like they're just accompanying images, but
Suit was great. But whenever I walked out, the first thought I had was that was entertaining. That was a good film. It was not great, but 3.5 out of 5 thumbs is pretty strong. I mean, it's 3.5 out of 5 fist. 3.5 out of 5 thumbs ups. Yeah, 3.5 out
There
of
we
5.
go. Thumbs up. Yeah.
Yeah, is strong enough to say, yeah, I'd like to see more of this character. I like the actress. I thought it was good. Yeah, I was the half a thumb. I was the stand
There we
up.
go. Yeah.
But the holdout. The kids liked it. The kids thought it was entertaining. My son's favorite part was Lobo, so I gave him a big hug after. I was like, "You did well." The fact that Lobo's cigar looked like it was straight out of a comic book, like it didn't look
I was
real
gonna say that
artificial.
was a visual note that I wanted to say that I loved how they did the light on the end. Like it looked cartoonish, which was cool. It wasn't a real, it was like a whole, you know, cigarette butt on the end lit rather than I will say too, I wasn't prepared for what looked like a bodysuit he was wearing.
Yeah, it was a little off. It was a
Yeah,
little off.
it was kind of Moana style where I was like, these guys are already beefy, but I get it, beefing them up a bit more. To make them feel kind of again larger than life. It makes sense. But I think it was fun. Again, I don't know Lobo that well. I'm not like Lobo's biggest fan. Again, the first Lobo stuff I've read is from Skottie. So, that's my first of his iterations that I'm reading, and I'm enjoying it. I really like it. It was funny his interactions with Millie and the kid, but
Yeah.
so still having some issues over
I
there.
will say,
like
no, I was switching. The feedback's going, so I was switching back to my earpods. One of the things that I was disappointed by was not the film itself, but by the format. Because I told you and Seth that I was going to see it in Screen X, and I don't think because we got in the because
you neither confirmed nor denied. Yeah,
we went to see it in 4D, but since Toy Story 5 was playing in the 4D, they didn't have Supergirl till 9 o'clock that night in 4D. So it
Yep.
was either IMAX or Screen X. Now I've seen films in IMAX before. I had never seen a film in Screen X. And for anybody that doesn't know, Screen X is one that puts the screen in front of you, and then it has like a panoramic
Yep.
view of screens on the
Like
side.
the side ones. Yeah.
It's just the walls. They just have projectors showing on the walls. So I sat at the spot where it was instructed to sit, but I would say probably 50% of the film was on the main screen alone and didn't have the wall projections going. And the other 50 had like Crypto would be walking and you could see his body walking by your side. But if you actually turned to look at the side screen, it was distorted and not, I mean, it wasn't, it was more of I guess, of a nuisance than it was an enhancement.
It's a gimmick. Like I've never, since its introduction, I've never been interested in seeing, just because like it's not something to me that adds. Like I guess the whole idea is to immerse yourself more so you feel like you're, which I get. And like there's certain things where like, I used to have a certain spot in the theater I'd sit in G9, and now we're up a row or two to be closer to the screen, which I normally don't like, but I've been more inclined to do now because I'm like, oh, it makes sense. Like, Christopher Nolan talks about like you got to be sitting in the front, like you got to be immerse yourself in it to where you can't see the edges of the screen, which I totally understand, and it does enhance that. I mean, going to see Avengers Endgame in one of the world's largest IMAX theaters when I lived in Minnesota was an amazing experience. Like you had to look around to see everything, which I get, it's tiring to some people. But the unfortunate thing too is like it's just not every film is made for, it's like IMAX where like you'll see certain screen or like certain movies where like the black bars go away and it takes the full screen. It's the same thing I imagine with X, where it's like some scenes have the additional stuff, some of them don't really have everything. It doesn't utilize it to the full potential it could, because I know there's some movies that like I can't remember the one I'm thinking off the top of my head, but like is made specifically with Side X in mind, where they've added something for the entire movie kind of a deal. But yeah, I mean, I've not tried it personally, but yeah, bummer to hear that you didn't have as good of an experience. So
now, and the fact that it was a comparable price wise to the IMAX screening. I kind of wish we just would have seen the IMAX screening, but now that we've seen it, it's like, all right, well, I don't really ever need to see a Screen X film again. If we're going to drive to Opry Mills down in Nashville to see a movie, like I told you and Seth, it's like a 3-hour round trip drive.
Yeah.
It's going to be to either see 4D or IMAX. I'm not going to see it on Screen X anymore. But I tried not. I didn't let that like mess up the film, because
the film itself judging it. Yeah.
no, the music, I like the music. Uh, was it the middle? I'm trying to think of the song they played at the end. I won't spoil the movie. We won't spoil the film, but Jimmy Eat World, maybe the middle. It was a cover of that. That was, I love it when movies take songs that are normally pop songs or more rock songs, and they tone them down and do like an acoustic version of them, and uh, so that got me into it. That I was
No, it
really
was a good,
into
yeah, it was a
that
good
scene.
rendition. Yeah, I mean, James Gunn loves his music. I know that this wasn't strictly a James Gunn movie. He didn't direct. I think he just helped him write. Blanking on the director, but
Oh, Craig Gillespie, I think, is the
yeah.
director.
But you can definitely tell it had his fingerprint on it, which makes sense, being the head of DC right now for films and everything. So yeah, it's a classic kind of,
Well,
gun movie in a sense, but with like a different lens in certain aspects for the director. So
yeah, the comparison to Guardians of the Galaxy, just because it's set in space, you had a lot of aliens and you had a 80s, 90s soundtrack
yeah.
was fair. I mean, that was a
So
fair
the
comparison.
the one thing I love, and I've not looked at more info, so ever since there was this one poster, and I'm sure you heard or I think we maybe talked about it, I can't remember, but one of the posters utilized a character that was in a Star Wars movie in the
Hmm,
background. And people were thrown off thinking, AI or something like that. Like they just must have pulled a generic, alien or whatever.
right.
And then I started seeing more ads for the movie, and it was Jason Momoa interacting with an actual animatronic of said alien. So I was like, okay,
Oh,
well, that can't be, this has to be on purpose, kind of a deal.
yeah.
And they're again not spoiling anything. They're on in the bus scene, the screaming. And that
Yeah.
is the alien. So it's interesting. I'm curious, like, was that just something where like they were allowed to use that? Like they're like, hey, we've got this thing lying around. You want to use it? Like we need aliens. Like, hey, we can just use
Yeah.
this creature or whatever. Um, so I thought that was interesting. Like that's again, that's like because that's such a weird like the rights and all that stuff. Who gets access to that kind of stuff. So I'd be curious. Again, I'm assuming they had to have had the ability to utilize it, or else they would have gotten in trouble.
Yeah. No,
But it's an interesting, yeah.
I've wondered about using likenesses because I used to think that like Star Wars, Disney was like really hardcore about any likenesses or things, and then a friend at work, introduced me to a YouTube channel called Star Wars Chronicles. I think's the name of it,
Mm.
and I've not watched anything, but he like showed me clips, and it looks like, I mean, they're using like Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, all these actors, and I'm guessing they've incorporated AI and created new stories, Heir to the Throne, and all these different with Thrawn, all these different stories that are like feature length film, and and they've got the voices of the actors that are in that, and I'm thinking, how in the world is Disney not going after that, or
Oh, they'll
Star
go
Wars?
after him eventually. It's just whether it gets on, because that's not on my radar. So I'm curious how big it is. If it's not big enough, or if it's not making money, like
Well, there's
100%,
no ads.
Disney is known for going after anybody who. But again, generally, I feel like it's more of like a revenue. If they start making money, or
Yeah,
like that's when they
but
crack down.
there's no like revenue stream, like no
Yeah.
ads on that, but I mean, it's each of these has like millions of views, and they've got hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So I was thinking, how do you get, there's so many artists that we've heard horror stories about, even like Artist Row getting cease and desist letters from Disney for selling something that was incorporated into their
Yeah, that's
trademark or their
that's the key
copyrights.
is selling versus handing it out for free. Because I know one of the big ones too is the despecialized editions from Harmony or Harmy. The original trilogy, like they painstakingly like recreated the original trilogy, removing all the special effects like as it was first seen, but like 4K high definition, audio using original sources and everything. So, but again, they don't sell it. It's a thing where like you can get access to it,
Okay, so that
somehow.
might be
So
the tipping
I
point
think I
then,
think
like
that's
you
the key
said.
is just they're just like, hey, we're watching. Like they know they're that's on their radar. It's just I'm sure there's a lot on the radar. So it's a matter of where it comes in the scale, especially if they're not making any money off of it up
Well,
front. So
that's a fair point.
yeah.
Well, before we get into my
Mm.
this is my fanfic. That's my fanfic next. I did
Oh,
want
okay.
I did want to mention I should have pulled an image of the girl that plays Ruth on here. I thought she did a good job. I thought she was a good actress. For a younger actress, I didn't think she was a big distraction as they can be in some movies and TV shows.
I think she was all right. The writing for her character I thought was again, I thought it was a very generic movie. It was all right, but like I just didn't really connect with her character all that much. Like, but that's because I felt like we got thrust into her storyline and like how we were supposed to
Yeah.
feel for her, and I was just kind of like, oh, but I felt like I was being forced to feel a certain way, and I it didn't feel earned in that respect. So I never really clung to her for most of the movie.
Okay. Okay. Well, different perspectives
Yeah,
then, because
personally, yeah.
we've been watching From. We mentioned that a week ago or so, and we're almost caught up on From. And there's a child actor on that show, and I will not name his name because I don't like bashing child actors. But he's not good. I mean,
Mm,
he tries really hard, but it's like he's reading every line. And it's whenever he's got these actors in the scenes with him that are like overacting, like almost soap opera levels, and then you got somebody that's their partner that's just kind of monodrone, just
yeah,
really
monotone, like yeah.
monotone, yeah, deadpanning. Like it's very distracting from a scene, and I don't think she did that. I thought she did fine. She did
No, like I
good.
said,
I thought
it's
so.
more of akin to uh the 1 through 3 Star Wars trilogy. It's like again,
Yeah,
I don't think Hayden Christensen is a bad actor per se. I don't think he's the best. But we all know that Padme what
yeah,
is her name?
Natalie
Blanking.
Portman.
Natalie Portman is not a
Yeah,
bad actress by any means, but a lot of people point that out for her bad acting in that. And it's like that's not the acting, that's the
that's the
writing. Like that's
script.
what
Yeah,
you're
the
delivering. So
dialogue. Yeah,
yeah, so I felt the same way here. I didn't necessarily have, like you said, I think she did a good job. Like I was never annoyed with her acting. I just more so didn't connect with the writing and what she was delivering. So
yeah, and for what she had to deliver, I thought she did a fine job. I mean, if you look at TV shows like Stranger Things, where the all the kid actors were just phenomenal in that, the Night of the Seven Kingdoms, the kid that plays Egg
oh yeah,
is
he's
like one of the
well,
best.
yeah, and even him. I mean, even Stranger Things, like Finn Wolfhard, like like it was like because I was talking to my sister about like again he was decent at the beginning, but I think it was just because like it was more of that kid. But as it went on, it was like he's not. I don't think the strongest actor of the bunch. So
Right.
it's like you kind of see that that as it progresses. And again, it's being a kid and being an actor, especially you're going up with uh big names, but like other bigger stars and stuff who are more
Yeah.
well known. And so like being able to hold your own against those as a kid, and like again, you're a kid. Like when I was that age, you weren't thinking of anything. Like again, we were just
No.
being kids. Like they're working a job. That's a job for them. So no, I give props to any kid who can be on screen and like you
Yeah.
said, hold their own versus, just being like, oh, okay, this is, not so good. So
Yeah. And watching, shows like The Strain on FX and Lock and Key on Netflix, and some of the kid actors on that were pretty distracting
mm.
and made it hard to follow. So I give props to any casting directors that can pick these kids out of a bunch that can be more than kids, because the majority of kids couldn't do this. I couldn't have did it at that age. There's no
That's what
way
I'm
I could have
saying.
been that
Like,
good. So
yeah, most kids that age they're being kids. They're not, so no, I
yeah.
100% agree.
Okay, we'll get to my fanfic now. So this is something I thought about as I was getting ready for work this morning. So it's going to be really good.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
the big story. One of the
Oh
things for
man,
people.
Logan.
Yeah, well, I mean, from Supergirl, where they had the three moons that were present in there. You had the red moon, then the yellow,
Oh
or the
yeah,
not
yeah,
moon.
yeah.
Shoot, son, I'm
Son,
butchering that
yeah.
up already. It's going to be really good now. Which had the yellow sun, the red sun, and then ultimately the green sun that like hurt her more than anything towards the end. And I started. It got me thinking, because huge fan of the old man Logan, old man Hawkeye, and old man Starlord, all those storylines about the future. But my plan is, let's do a Lex Luthor that's set 50 years in the future. Have like old man Luthor, and he's kind of lost his mind. He's went a little crazy. He's lost to Superman so many times, and
Yeah.
he realizes he's like terminal. He's on his deathbed. He's only got a little bit of time left, so he's like, I think I'm gonna just destroy the sun. That's the only way to kill Superman. I'm going to destroy the sun. And you think, well, Superman can stop him because this is an easy plan. Superman can fly off planet. He can go somewhere else. He can put an end to Luthor. But in this timeline, Lois Lane has just passed away from old age. So Superman is himself is feeling a little bit, oh,
Down the
is there
dumps
anything?
are off. Yeah.
Do I even want to live life without
Yeah.
Lois? And he's seen all of his superhero friends have aged. They've all fallen to different villains. And now he's at that point where I could save humanity, but does humanity deserve saving? Because if you think about how bad the world is now, imagine how it's going to be 50 years from now from all
Oh
this.
yeah.
It's a struggle of, has Superman finally reached the point where he's fed up and done? So we got to figure out what happens with him. So that's my
Man, that's
fanfic I'm writing
bleak.
right now.
That's a
So
super bleak, dark fanfic. You're
yeah.
channeling your inner depressing Skottie writing
There we
levels of
go.
like, hey, you're gonna feel feelings while reading this. So
Old Man Luther coming soon to
yeah,
DC
old man
Comics.
Luther.
I gotta send Jim Lee a message after this. We'll
But
see
to
if he
say,
ever
yeah, you gotta
responds.
hit him up and let him know. Yeah, you got a
Yeah.
pitch for him. So
Yep. So Geriatric Luther will be released by Tom King.
geriatric Luther. That's great.
Okay.
Oh
Well,
my goodness,
I guess
geriatric
I guess
Luther.
I guess the box office agreed kind of with what our takes are. 3.5 thumbs, or just it was okay, not great. And it was smothered by Toy Story 5 in its second week, and
Yeah,
Obsession in its whatever 15th week. It seems like that movie's never going to go away. But yeah, 62 million is not great. I think, what was it, like 300, 312, somewhere around that range is what it needs to make to break even.
I think something like that. Yeah, I mean these are costly movies for sure. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I mean it's tough. I mean again, it's they've got a tough battle. I mean, Marvel's battling themselves with the same thing where it's, kind of got the superhero fatigue, type stuff.
Yeah.
And they're battling that, while rebooting and restarting and trying to like find their stride, what will set them apart from Marvel and hopefully give them their own run. Which I want to see, I want to see DC succeed just as much as Marvel did because, it'd be cool to see them get same kind of love for and people love DC just as much as Marvel, so to see the characters on the big screen get their just due would be really cool. So yeah, it's tough. It's like you said with Toy Story, and it's summer, so all the movies are coming out. They're just one out 1 week after the other. I've had like back-to-back movies the last like
Yeah.
4 or 5 weeks that I'm personally seeing. So
Well, it's good problem for a super fan of going to the movies, but for your average moviegoer that may go once a month or once every other week, it becomes a real problem because you start picking the movies you want to see. Like if you have a pass like you've got where you can go see a movie on a weekly basis, it's one thing, but to go see, for the four of us to go see that on Screen X, it was like 90 some dollars to
yeah.
do that, which was, back in my day, you could see like four films for that. Take the
Yeah.
family to see it, but
No, you got to be more particular. I mean, you got to go on, Stimulus Tuesdays, the Tuesdays where they normally run deals and
yeah,
stuff. Like you got to pick, especially with the family, you got to pick and choose the days. And then, like you said, it's also just tough because I mean, I like you had a similar problem where I normally go see movies in Dolby. That's what I like, my preferred format and the best format that's available at the theater that's nearest to me. And my showing wasn't until 10:30 for Supergirl on Friday or Thursday. I
oh,
normally go Thursday, and Toy Story 5 had the taken up all the slots except the one for Supergirl. And that was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like no matter if I would have gone and wait, because that'll sometimes happen, like Spider-Man that happened where Thursday was just too late. So I was like, all right, whatever, I'll go see it Friday. And do it that way. But I would have still had to see it at 10:30 at night, which I didn't really care for. So like whatever, I'll do that Thursday, get it out of the way. But it is annoying. Yeah, it's a bummer that it's like I had to go with that one just because again, and it makes sense. I go to the Disney Springs AMC, so again, Disney gets reign of whatever shows in Dolby. Which if there's a Disney movie out, then that's what's going to get
yeah, that makes sense. I
preferential
mean,
treatment. So
well,
yeah,
one more note before we end the box office talk. Do you know what movie made more money than this movie did at opening week box office?
Morbin time,
It's Morbid Time.
Morbius. Yeah,
Jared
Brent
Leto's.
shared that one in our group, and I was like, man, that's because I hadn't even looked at the box office numbers, and I was like, that's wild because that movie is absolutely awful in comparison to this one. Like, like 10 times out of 10, I will watch this one again over Morbius.
But I think this gives us hope for the DC universe's next film, Clayface, because I think Morbius had that little bit of horror to it that brought some people in. That, and I think
it had
Clayface
some like, like it was more like, I mean, I guess because it's like horror, like it rides that line, but yeah, Clayface 100% is going to be a completely different, which I'm really excited about. Again, I'm not much of a horror person, but they played the trailer again, and I'm super intrigued with the direction they're going with it. And think it'll be really cool and again different. And I think that's what it appeals to me, and I hope they channel with DC is that every movie can be different. Like they can, Marvel talks about that and they always go like, well, this is a horror suspense thriller. This is blah, 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 or whatever. And I'm like, no, it's just a Marvel movie. Like all your movies share the same generic, like, and they're fun and I love them and I enjoy them, but like, let's not kid ourselves that this is anything other than just a Marvel spectacle. With some of that stuff sprinkled in, but this is more so again, like we're allowed to have the Matt Reeves Batman universe, which will be different than whatever Batman they set up for like the main, universe is different from their Superman. And that's how it should be, is because each of those characters is so different. I feel like DC, even more so than Marvel, is big on that, where DC has so many varying characters and stuff. So I'm excited to see it. I think I hope it does well and I hope it's good. So
I do too. I mean, the previews looked really good for it so far, and with it being a horror and it's coming out in the fall, I'm thinking it doesn't have the competition that the Supergirl has. So I just hope that the actress, Millie, doesn't get knocked for the box office performance, because really it's releasing a film third week of June is hard to do. I mean, that's an impossible task. So I think with a better storyline and or incorporating, because the scenes with her and Superman were good. So
and somebody brought up a good point that I think it was the wrong decision to do Supergirl right after Superman. I understand that it was kind of like a lead-in, but I do agree that it's like, if people are wanting something different, like we weren't, like it's like, all right, we're getting Super just now, Supergirl instead of Superman, like. And not to say that they're the exact same, like they're two opposite characters, like very similar in powers and stuff, but they're, again, I like that from the trailer of like, Clark sees the good in everyone and I see the truth. Like, and I like that difference between the two, that she's had a harsher upbringing than he has. So not to say that like they're the same, but I think it just would have helped to give a little bit more breathing room between two of the same, two super people like that, and go kind of, again, different route, like have Clayface in the middle and then do Supergirl. And also it was a quicker turnaround, which again is great and good. But I think like, man, we just had Superman. Now we just like have Supergirl. So it almost feels like it's a little bit too close. Like I'd rather maybe wait a little bit longer to see like, that continued. So.
Well, I really thought Lanterns was going to be out before Supergirl.
I know. Yeah. Like I was like waiting for, I was like crazy that like they had this one so, like, and it makes sense again, their lineup has to be quick, they're hitting the ground running. They want, multiple projects going and everything. So yeah, it's interesting that we're still waiting on Lanterns or some of the other stuff. So
I mean, and it's an 8 to 10 year plan that James and Peter have, but I'm worried they're not going to get 8 to 10 years if you have a string of movies like this.
Yeah, it's they want what Marvel had and they want it immediately, and it's like, you're not gonna, you got to build it. You got to, unfortunately, you're not going to recapture what Marvel did, because Marvel can't recapture what Marvel did. Like they're also floundering and trying, to pull whatever they can to get people back, the way that it was, and it just isn't. It isn't you can't recreate that, I don't think. But no. I think you can still do your own thing, and again, I think that's where it'll, just focus on you. Don't focus on trying to be somebody else, kind of a deal. So
had it been called Supergirl and Lobo, do you think it would have made more money opening weekend? And if they would have added more Lobo to the story?
I mean, maybe. I mean, it's definitely an interesting, because I was kind of thinking about it too. And like, because I was like, man, I was kind of slightly off put Because it was interesting because when Seth gave his review and he was like, I wish it had more Supergirl and Lobo. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I was like,
Yeah,
Lobo, that was before I had seen the movie. And I was like, Lobo, I can understand. I was like, that's weird to say that as Supergirl. And then I got out and I was like, I kind of did feel a little bit that way. I felt like we didn't get as much Supergirl. But thinking about it, like, Superman was kind of similar where, like, there was a lot of extra side characters, but again, it did feel more
yeah,
balanced. And again, I get it because they're doing the thing. They're rather than going the route of Marvel where it focuses on individual characters or teams, and then we bring everything together. They're just going right out of the box of like, all right, we're kind of giving pieces in each and every single one. Like, yes, it's a Superman movie, but it has this in it. Yes, it's a Supergirl movie, but Lobo's in it, which I understand that's a quicker way to be able to do that. But I do wish Lobo was more a part of the actual storyline. He totally
yeah.
felt like a character that could have been removed and it would have done like it wouldn't have taken away from the movie's main story whatsoever.
No, but I felt like whenever he appeared on screen, it put a new energy to the film that it wasn't there
Yeah, no, I'm
before.
like not to say
Yeah,
like again, he wasn't a fun addition. It was just that he didn't do anything to
right.
move anything
You're
along. It
absolutely
was
right.
just like, hey, here's Lobo, and it's like, all right, cool. Well, give me more. Like great
Yeah,
introduction, fun. But again, as somebody who doesn't know, I don't know, it just felt interesting to get him, but not feel like I got enough
I agree
of him. But
100%.
I don't know. I mean, I think it maybe would have changed things possibly, but again, I feel like Lobo's it's again, it's that thing where it's like, just like when Guardians was introduced or even Iron Man, it was like, again, most people didn't know who those people were, and now people do. So I don't know. I guess you could have maybe even saved Lobo for a different movie. Maybe they are. Maybe they're setting up. Maybe we're gonna get a
Maybe.
Lobo movie. Depending how the comic does and how his portrayal in this was done. But yeah, it's one of those tough things. That's the stuff where I would hate for that to be my job of like trying to guess how we can do things to maximize profit
Yeah,
or whatever. And it's like I just want to make a fun movie. Like that at the end of the
yeah.
day, I think that's the biggest thing is just make a fun, enjoyable movie. And yeah,
Well, wait till we do Scotty Talk the documentary. That'll be we'll be breaking box office records left and right.
yeah,
Or Scotty
yeah. We're
Talk the
definitely getting
panel.
a documentary made. Yeah, about us dinguses.
Hey, it's just a matter of time. They make documentaries about everything. Come on, why
You're way
wouldn't they
more
make a doc?
hopeful. You're way more hopeful than I am. I'm like, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
foolish. It was probably a better word to look at it. But going right,
Bastitchly, whatever Lobo
however you want
word
to say,
fits. So
yeah. But going right from Supergirl and talking about Lobo helping that film, possibly we're going to go straight into Scotty's and Jorge's Lobo issue 3 and 4, and we
yeah,
can't just say Scotty and Jorge. Obviously it's JFB and Nate, but we've also got to include guest artists that popped in number
yeah.
3. Uh, let's see, is her cover next? Well,
I
I,
think
and re- really, I don't want to butcher. It's the next slide. But there, this is Jorge and Lee
for
Bermejos.
me, yeah,
Hope I said his last name right. I've never had to say it out loud, but he has been doing some phenomenal covers for this
yeah.
for
It's one
this
of my
run.
favorite. I love the brain. I don't know. I think it's always so fun to see somebody draw a brain, especially Jorge, and like this silly thing where it's like the
Oh
the
yeah, yeah.
kid
He's
popping out of it. It's very. Yeah, it was just fun. That was a fun cover. I like that one.
yeah, and cover B. And that's what I was saying. Lee's been doing some incredible covers for this run,
Yeah,
and we'll see for issue 4 too.
cute to see.
His
Then I love like the Batman doll. It's a
Yes,
cute addition.
yeah. I didn't even notice it till you just said it. That's
I
pretty
had I
fun.
had to notice like looking. I was like, oh, it's a Batman doll he's chewing on right there.
Oh, that's great. But yeah, then covers C and D are by Nicoletta. That's I didn't want to butcher her
Yeah,
name.
Nicoletta Baldari,
Baldari. Who she I was looking at
Baldari.
her Instagram feed this week, and there's I think it's a Wade Wilson Deadpool cover that she has
Mm,
did that is incredible. Like she does some really
yeah,
phenomenal work. So it was Jorge's art is so perfect for this series, and how chaotic, and how we've talked about the splattered pages, and just the way panels flow and bleed into each other and overlap. But something about seeing a flashback baby Lobo, not baby, but kid Lobo for
it
issue
was
3.
babyish.
Was it
Yeah,
baby Lobo? It was
baby.
so
Yeah,
cute. It
similar.
was Cute and vicious is the best
Yeah.
way for me to describe it.
No,
So
I loved it. I love the colors. Again, I love the more pastel look. And I think her work is just as wild and as intense and fitting for Lobo as, Jorge's, but more punchy and kind of like the colors are a little bit more, like I said, vibrant, even though they're a bit more pastel like. So no, it's fun. It was a fun, addition to the team. So
and legendary artist uh, Denise Cohen also did an incredible cover there. Seen his work. He's worked with Bill
yeah.
Sienkiewicz a lot. And then cover as we jump right into cover 4 before we get into the breakdown of issues 3 and 4. You've got Jorge's cover again for the Lobo and Supergirl, which is such a fun cover. I mean, you don't get to see much of Supergirl on this, but it's enough tease where it's going to be a good issue.
No, I love that one. I think that's again a fun way. Like, all right, well, we all know who this is. We can all guess, Um, but yeah, I mean, a fun one, and again to see Lobo there between the legs. So
Yeah,
like that
great
man versus
point of
woman
view.
of tomorrow.
Yeah, and of course Lee's cover B on the side, another phenomenal cover of Lobo doing some plumbing. It looks like
Yeah, shoving who knows what down the.
who
And he's
hasn't
got
had that
that hook,
happen? Yeah,
weapon
come
of
on.
his. So
Yeah, well, that's such a fun cover and disturbing. And Mike Del Mundo, does he not do some of the best covers out there?
that was a fun one. I like that one. The all I could think about was John Claude Van Damme. His classic split.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
that's great. I cannot not see it now, but that's a
I know,
great.
yeah. And the Dolphins, like it's just again, it just feels very, very Lobo-ish, where it's just like cover doesn't really make sense, so it makes perfect sense. So
Yeah,
and
and
all the oh sorry.
no, I just said if you follow him on on his Instagram, his stuff is just phenomenal. So
Oh yeah.
it's
No,
okay.
and then
Get
the casings too, because I know Skottie talked about like if people count the shell casings in the comic, maybe you'll win something. So if you get it right.
well, and then Frank Cho's cover, and he pays tribute to Keith Giffen there
Mm,
on his. So and Frank's a great artist. I mean, Frank. A
no,
lot of
yeah.
people look for his cheesecake and his outrage, but he's just doing a regular cover with a superhero too. He does an incredible job.
Yeah, knocks it out of the park.
And then of course the Biz Simon Bisley
Yep.
does his Supergirl movie cover, and then the one my son liked with Mo Momoa, as I like to call it, by Dan Mora.
Yeah,
You got
Momo, yeah.
Aquaman and Lobo. I'm
Yeah, I
assuming
love
that's
that.
Aquaman.
That's
Yeah,
yeah, I assume with the tattoo there.
yeah. So
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah. I love that
all right.
one. I love the stuff in the background. The space stuff is fun.
And finally, Mark Spears, who's had a big run lately. I'm not
Yeah,
as familiar with Mark Spears, but his name is popping up everywhere.
it is. Yeah. I like the more classic, like outfit kind of look, like the Superman on the ground looks like, has the more classic,
Yeah,
super outfit, the colors to it. So
yeah, brighter blue. Oh,
hello,
hey
Keith.
Keith.
Happy
Well,
to have you.
happy
Oh,
holiday.
close.
What
Yeah.
holiday is it in Canada? Is it? Do you all celebrate your Independence Day around the same time? Canada, we're both. You can hear us both.
You're
Canada
guessing,
holiday.
I'm Googling. So it's
It's
Canada
Canada
Day.
Day.
Yeah.
What the what? Is that like? Keith, what is
So
Canada
yes.
Day?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
To your
well,
question. So
while Keith is explaining Canada Day to us. Canada Day is celebrated annually on July 1st. It marks the anniversary of the 1867 Constitution Act, which united the colonies into a single self-governing country. It is widely celebrated with parades, concerts, fireworks, and maple syrup.
can't forget the maple syrup.
Yeah, I threw that in for
Good
Keith. I
old
knew he'd
maple syrup. Yeah.
159 years old. Well, happy birthday, Canada.
Happy
Our, our
Canada Day.
our friends to the north. So Lobo 3 review. It was a fun issue. It was great. from the very get go. Now, I didn't catch this. I'm a little, like you said, I'm kind of, okay, that's a good way to put it, Keith. So, so we have that in common. But we love our English brothers now too. In case we have one of the viewers on here happens to be from across the pond, we love them as well now. We've made amends since 1776. Um, I did not catch this because
Nope.
I'm not as familiar with older Lobo. But yeah,
Mm.
the pajamas or the spacesuit or whatever that Lobo's wearing in the first page here was paid tribute to the first costume that was worn by Lobo. And what a
That's so
difference it
interesting. Yeah, I
looks.
was like, when you call, I was like, oh, I would not have known. So I'm glad to know you didn't know either. It's just you also saw somebody who had called this. But yeah, what an interesting and completely different vibe that outfit gives. So
Well, the hair, the look, it reminds me of like Dr. Seuss, something Dr. Seuss like
yeah, it's more like a vampire, more yeah,
it
more
one or it
vampire-ish
two.
or yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. There's just something about it. Yeah, vampire. That's a good way to put it too. But also maybe performing at like a Ringling Brothers circus. I don't
I could definitely see that. Even though it's funny because I'm like, if I saw Lobo on the left there wearing it, I'd be like, well, I'm not gonna say any
yeah.
of that to his face. So
Yeah. No, 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 no. But the one on the right, I might say it from a distance, but it would,
yeah, it'd be like, yeah, you're a dork or something, and then
yeah, this guy's gonna like walk at me angrily and tell me all the things I did wrong. But yeah, the one on the left would probably pick up something and decapitate you with it pretty
oh yeah,
quickly. So
you wouldn't even get the insult out before having your throat grabbed. So
right. So he's just lost his bounty license. That's all gone now, and he's being forced to
yep,
undergo psychiatrical therapy in order to figure out why his love of maiming and killing stems from, and that's
yeah,
where we get the flashback by Nicolette Letta, and this is some of her process. So I wasn't sure whenever she was first announced. She did a cover for I Hate Fairyland 50, did a wonderful job on it, and then became the
yeah.
guest artist. Jorge did the first few pages. She did the middle bulk, and then Jorge. I lost my train
A
of
whole lot
thought.
of hay.
Jorge did some pages at the end, did a page or two at the
Mm,
end to finish up the story. But apparently, she works digitally, so she posted some of this on her Instagram account. Definitely worth a follow. If you like the art in this book, you'll love following her
yeah,
page. But yeah, it was really cool to see some of the side by side images that she did
yeah.
from the
The thumbnailing versus the yeah. No, it's super pretty. And and a lot of artists have moved to digital. Brett's doing digital for Dork, and just with interiors, they say it helps with speed, being able to speed things up quite a bit. I mean, maybe not fully, but some of them fully, some of them things and everything. But yeah, super fun. I love seeing this stuff, the behind the scenes. I was glad that she posted this stuff. Super colorful. Again, it's fun to see the stuff that changed versus the stuff that didn't. Um,
that's what I like seeing, just the before and after to
yeah,
see what was added, what was taken. And this was her first page. I've got the cover here beside me, but this was her first page the introductory work. And of course, she's going to have the space dolphins, which is something that
yeah,
Lobo is known for. And I don't think I have
hmm
this panel. If you want to blow me up for a second,
yeah. Oh yeah,
yeah.
the double, yeah, splash, yeah,
Yeah, this one was another amazing one. I remember turning to the page and seeing this, and it was like, oh wow, it's just a really pretty page. But I mean, the
yeah,
whole time there's stuff going on in the background. There's monsters, and it's very Lobo, centric. It's done in a way that Lobo would be proud of because it's not a peaceful, fun little joyful ride. A Dennis the Menace mischief. It's a
y-
little Lobo. It's a little
yeah.
Lobo that's
It's a Lobo moment. Yeah, Lobo does as Lobo will do, kind of a deal.
yeah. So and they're just trying to find a way to make Lobo, not be Lobo, and it just does not work out. And this is another page with a little bit more detail on the, like you said, on the thumbnail over there on the left. But you can see more how the developmental phase works and stage works to get from that to the finished product there on the right.
Yeah. No, I love it again. I love this stuff. Like you said, just the looking back and forth between the two, and just kind of seeing what made it, what didn't, what slightly got shifted or adjusted, and inspiring me like to hear, like looking at again, kind of a rough idea of maybe where the speech bubbles can go. So
Yeah, that's so good. And there was a introduction of the mauve lantern. And I'll pull that up
mm,
here
yeah,
so we can all see.
yeah, that was a
Yes, there we
fun moment.
Yeah, and this was designed by Jorge. And bear with me one moment. I gotta find
Oh,
Jorge's. Yeah, I was pulling up Jorge's because he had posted a image of the like the concept.
mm. Are you pulling it up to show on your screen or?
Yeah, in a second, if I can find it. I may not be able to find it now. It's usually whenever I say, "Hold on a second, I'll find it," and then I never find it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I've got it. I've got it. Okay, I want to make sure I had it before I pulled it up on my screen, so I didn't look foolish. It's never stopped you before. I know.
can't stop what's not. The only way out is in.
Yeah, I love it when it does this too. I wish I
I
could
don't.
stop.
Yeah, you like doing that.
Yeah, this was. And we're going to look at some of these pages too, courtesy of Kirby Comic Art. But as you see, the first few pages of Jorge, then we get to the design here.
Yeah.
The introduction of the Mauve Lantern Francis. He said it was so much fun to design. So he was able to actually design the character. It looks like is that a you can see Lobo over there at the
Looks like a
left.
little Lobo there. Yeah, size reference. Banana
So
for scale.
that's right. So good. We can. There we go. But yeah, I mean, so that was the introduction of the character, and then finally at the end, uh, we go back to Jorge's art, and I wanted to say it's one or two pages. I can't remember.
I
Yeah,
think
it's
it's
just
like
one
one.
final
Yeah,
page. Yeah, one final page. So at the end of it, Lobo just kind of says, "Yep," he doesn't really get to the root cause of why he is the way he is.
it's
We
just I
get
am
a
what I am. Yeah.
we get a butt shot of Lobo, some partial nudity there, and then he goes
Love
back
a
to
good
watching.
cheeks.
Yeah, he goes back to watching the Wolverine knockoff show there,
That was
Deadpool
it. Yeah.
knockoff show. So a good issue. It was a fun issue, and as we'll discuss here in a couple of months. Raleigh Rossmo is going to be the guest artist for issue 6. So we'll have two more. Jorge did 4, which is we're about to discuss. I'm assuming 5, and then we'll have another guest artist. So this is gonna be a lot of fun. A carousel of artists coming in to tell Skottie stories. So really looking forward to the rest of this.
Yeah. No, for sure.
So issue 4. Now issue 4, what did you think about? Now we've talked about the Supergirl movie. What did you think about issue 4 of Supergirl's guest appearance in Lobo?
It was fun. I liked it. I liked. Again, I just love Jorge's artwork and like it just goes so well with Skottie's writing and just so silly. The mission for this issue and what Lobo was trying to do, and he's getting back his bounty, and so he needs something, and then of course he has to run into Supergirl and the shenanigans they get up to, and the buddy pairing we didn't know we needed with Lobo's dog and Crypto.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
always forget Lobo's
dog,
dog's name. Is it just
dog.
dog? Okay,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
dog and Crypto. One of my
uh,
favorite pages of Lobo so far that
yeah,
Jorge has done. So yeah, no, it was super fun. I liked it. So again, though, it only has to entertain me for however many. There we go. Yeah, five full thumbs out of. You get the full thumb experience.
there we go. That's my rating system from going forward. So we lost 2 viewers as soon as I showed the
Yeah,
5
that sounds
thumbs.
about right. Yeah.
They're like, "Yeah, that's not for me. This is not the show I will get
Think
to
that
watch."
I
So,
guess what I'll do is I'll make a or not a Venn diagram. I'll make a diagram of or what is it, Michelangelo's drawing of the man,
oh
but
yeah, yeah,
it's the thumb
yeah.
from Spy Kids, and I'll just remove a thumb because it has 5. So however many we get all 5, or you get one or maybe 2. So
The system
be on
works.
the
The system
be on the
works.
lookout for that graphic. So
So this opening scene here. How many of you all have ever played Uno and got a draw 4 card way too many times in a
yep,
row? So a
yep
draw 100 is just the
would
fact that
be yeah.
yeah, The beard is still there for Dog. The
The
Lobo.
both
They're
of them,
playing.
yeah, they're slumming it up, and also the fact that like again, I like that Groot aspect where it's like he knows what Dog is saying.
Yeah,
You don't
arf,
know
arf,
what
arf,
Dog
arf.
like. You kind of guess, based off of. Yeah, goodness, these two are quite the pair.
The draw
Kind of gonna
100
go.
card.
I
That's
don't know
great.
if I go too far like fast, let me know. I'm just kind of going through each
No,
of the
no, no.
images. So
This was a fun panel because there was
yeah,
so much to see in it, and we
you,
can kind of walk through it and each of
I was
the.
gonna say yeah, you picked out some great. I think it's the next image, yeah, where you picked out some great stuff.
Ah, yes, the I want to believe for any of us those X Files fans,
Yes,
where Fox Mulder had the I want to believe sign in his office, which had
which
a
I love it
spaceship.
because
Yeah,
yeah, which I love because it's like yeah, this is like a star, or a Starcraft,
yeah,
uh, fighter craft, just a basic, jet fighter kind of deal. So I like that it's like the opposite where it's like the play off of it. The
yeah.
flat universe, so silly.
Yeah, there was someone. Who was it? Oh, the quarterback for the Giants. Jackson Dart, I think's his name. My mind, he was talking about conspiracy theories. He's like his favorite one is the moon landing is his favorite conspiracy theory. And
Mm.
I thought I bet he's a flat earther. I bet he's a flat earther. Just anybody that strikes me as that. But yeah, Jorge put in flat universe in there.
Flat
It was
universe. Because one of those things. Yeah, you're late, Seth.
no,
You're fired.
you're early for the David Peterson show. You're very early for the David
Yeah, there
Peterson
you
show.
go. Yeah. Again, it's one of those things where I'm sure like he's just like Jorge, have at it, have fun. Go at it,
Yeah.
do your thing,
Well,
do whatever you want to add.
well, that's the other thing, Skottie. I was wondering what of this is in Scottie's script. Like,
Yeah.
is he does he have this character sitting here? It's like, all right, well, this is the character. He's in his office, and there's kooky things around him. Or does he say certain gags, or is it like Jorge, just knock
Yeah,
yourself
like
out and
hey,
have it?
I kind of it'd be fun to fit in this, or like hey, it'd be fun to do that. Yeah, for it's just all like, hey, Jorge, come up with some jokes. How's
Oh,
it going,
Jonathan.
Jonathan? It's like come up with some jokes, do whatever kind of a deal. So yeah, I'd be curious the collaboration between the two.
Yeah, the make ambush green again, which is
Yeah,
somebody else had called this out in one of our groups about ambush bug. So I didn't get the reference. I googled it and like it tried to tell me what make ambush bug green again meant, but I still don't fully get it. But it
yeah, I
is a
don't know.
fun.
Yeah, the character. Yeah,
You see the reference. I mean, you see like just the why a character like this would like ambush bug though.
yeah, yeah. He's got the similar similar antenna vibe and stuff.
And this one I didn't get. Like I don't. At first I thought this was like a tribute. I keep saying the word tribute the show, but a tribute to Rocket Raccoon or
Rocket.
something
Yeah.
from. But then I realized that this is a thing in the South that people will, it's supposed to like mark
Oh
roadkill
yeah,
or something
you
like
didn't
that.
know about that? Yeah,
No,
I mean, I've
never,
not
not no.
seen like many of these in person, but yeah, like I mean, some people do it just for fun. I mean, like having, just again, like a decor item where it's like, fake, like the fake raccoon hats and stuff too, where, things like that. So,
Yeah, so this is a Southern alien. He's from the
yeah,
Kentucky area. I'm assuming.
there you go. Yeah. I like it as
Yeah,
like a little nod to Rocket as well. So, Scotty's work on that book. So,
yeah. This page was insane. I
this
want to
page
have
was really
Jorge.
fun. Yeah.
I want to have Jorge on the show just to ask him how long it took to draw this page, and then he can leave. He don't have to stay for the full
Yeah,
show.
that's all you. There's
Yeah,
there's a lot of detail in this one,
yeah,
and I'm glad we're gonna be able to get to look at it. I believe we get to look at a
yeah. We
close
do
up
have that one.
of that one. So yeah, no, that was a super fun page. I love stuff like this, like the side cutout. Just and the idea too that it's again spoilers. People go read it, but I won't say much, but like hidden bunker that like they're going through. So funny to see all the and again like kiss the cook, all that kind of stuff. Just silly fun
Yeah,
things you can like you say you can like look at this page, for quite a while and not catch everything. I'm sure. Are you looking up something specific, or I didn't know if I should?
yeah. No, you go on to the next page. I was looking up something else here real quick, but yeah, I was
And
getting
there
something
she
ready
is.
for.
There's I love that page. I love like again, like it's everyone knows what you're gonna get, but I just love Crypto silhouette, and I love the sass, and again the hair too. Again, it's very much that. Not similar, not the exact same as obviously as Ain't No Grave, but Jorge just draws hair, like long hair, really well. I just love the way he draws hair. In Crypto looks so like BA, like you just like wolf, like you can just hear like the deep, low wolf. And that panel on the right, Supergirl flying. I love that red, just that red line of the cape being, dragged the speed lines almost.
Well, just the look of her in the first panel there. I mean, she's got attitude in the full page like introduction, and then but the red eyes, and then the punch and the Lobo demon face, is I think we've called it before, where he's been hit, but he's like been activated. He's like, all right, now we're about to have some fun. So
yeah, I also love that. It was a rhetorical question. I don't even know what that means. Like as you get punched, you just feel the slow motion. And again, it's got that speed line stuff we've seen a lot more recently. The fist there at the end, DWJ and other artists and stuff have been using that, which I think is such a cool look in a comic book. So,
well, one of the things leading into this page on the left, and we'll see it here in a few seconds, their art for it, but it's great because it's got like dog doing the ARF. Is like filled up the bottom half of the panel.
That page,
it's such a fun introduction, like a preparation for what's coming on this next page, and we'll get a closer look into that here in just a second.
Yeah,
this is the page here, though. This is great.
Yeah. Or did you want me? If there's something else you were showing before, or?
Oh no! I was just I was ready for this one, and this is the one that I commented on. Jorge said I want a story of what happened, what these two did.
This is my I think it's, like I said, one of my favorite pages. I just love this. I love like again, like it's like, all right, well now these two are like, what are they getting up to? It's like we were worried about Lobo and Supergirl, and it's like is that food in Crypto's mouth, or is that somebody's arm, or like something? It's like, I don't even want to know. And of course, the pee per usual, lots of urine throughout Lobo for some reason.
I missed the pee. I missed that. That's another thing.
I missed, like I was like that, and like we'll see like the one panel where like it opens the door and like the guy with pee coming out of his ears or whatever. It's like pee ears there or whatever. And but it's just I just love it. Yeah, the colors are just so good. I love Crypto's face, and again, like we haven't seen as many animals, I guess, from Jorge, or like not that I can kind of recall. What's going on, Ryan? Oh, scheduling. Everybody's got stuff going on tonight. Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, saying hey.
Ryan is scheduled. He is celebrating Canada Day as well, I believe.
Yeah, there you go.
That's where everybody's at tonight. So.
That's right. Yeah, everybody's celebrating. But I just such a fun page. So, like you said, I 100% agree. I'd love to see what went on while Lobo and Supergirl were duking it out. So, good little animated short.
Yes, that would be great. I would watch that over and over again.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's a fun way to end this. I think that's all the art that we've got for this one. But
yeah.
But before we get into that, that's what I was looking up a few seconds ago, because July 24th.
Oh, gotcha.
The summer of Group Supergirl. Summer of Supergirl special #1 arrived, which was last Wednesday, a week ago, and it was written by Sophie Campbell and art by Bella Ortega. And you get to see like the second half. And I read the first few pages of it that was given with the preview, and it's told, of course, Lobo has kind of painted the story that none of this is his fault. He was minding his own business whenever, Supergirl got up to no good. So
yeah, he's only trying to break into her vault.
So yeah, it's definitely go pick up issue 4 and issue 1 of the Supergirl summer special.
Yeah, and I saw that at the end, and I was like, oh, well, shoot, I didn't know I needed to pick up something else if I wanted to see it continued. So yeah, I'll have to grab that. But we're going to be showcasing art from issue 3 and 4. So again, we always throw up Kirby's comic art. The link there again, we'll set up an email. I've been numbering these QR codes, so I had to keep changing it for every single one. And I'm like, we're going to keep reading Lobo and showing it off. Might as well it just says interested in Lobo original art. Right. If you scan that, it'll set up an email, and then you can ask, whichever issue or page or thing you want. Let me bring up here. I've got, it's going to be, there's only 4 from issue 3. And then a handful from issue 4. So we're going to show off the inks, the ink files like we've done in the past.
Yeah, and as we'll say, the ones from issue 3, the 4 pages is all that Jorge did. I counted them just to make sure.
Or yeah, I was gonna say only 4 because that's it's the ones that Jorge's done, not Nicoletta's, not her pages. So
in issue 4, we'll have most of the pages, but there's a few missing from it as well.
I can make it like the entire. Isn't that wild? That's the entire screen. So I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Yeah,
we're like swimming in Jorge art. This is
we're swimming in Jorge. The only way out is in. Man, again, he's just like all this scribble scrabble, like it's just so fun. It's just so textury and good. I just love the texture to his line work, and I think it adds a lot to the color as well. Look at these toes. Even look at this. He's even labeled like the Monday, Friday, like. So that's an interesting thing. So I'm like, does he label his food, or are these? Now I can't remember. Are these jars of pee? Like,
yes, that's what I was fixing to ask. I've got the issue here. Let's see what they look.
Issue 3, page. If you have the page, I can.
It's yellow. It's really bright yellow.
So it's definitely pee jars, which that begs the question: why is he labeling his pee jars? Like, Lobo is a man of chaos. It doesn't seem like the type of guy to.
Yeah, there's moldy chicken legs. There's like alcohol, cigars, dog food, moldy chicken legs, and then jars of urine, much like Howard Hughes.
Interesting. I do love this panel. I love the little eye, the movement of the eye cutting into the panel next to it. One of my favorite panels there. There we go. Speaking of booty,
all about the base.
Click. Spec script Lobo. That's funny. Notice that.
Yeah, and it's fun when you zoom in because there's things I've never noticed about this. Like looking at the comic,
little butt flap there. We need to. I know. Zooming. I mean, like I said, it's like looking at all this stuff. I didn't know that was in there. That's from Jorge, so that's really cool.
Yeah. Love that.
I love dog with the beard.
Where you're looking at these, I'm going to check something. All of these are available right now. These are all available.
Good call. Yeah, I was going to say some of the ones for the issue 4, which we'll look at next, are sold. So
yeah, I'll announce them if they're sold, but all 4 of these pages from issue 3 are available.
I'm assuming Skottie sent a picture of himself on the commode for Jorge reference.
So is Lobo? I have to look. Is he fully nude there? Does he?
I think he may have something on, but I think he may be nude. So
yeah, I don't see any clothes. I don't see a stitch of clothes on. Is that a toilet?
No, it's whoops. It's like a thing of beer or wine. Like a case of beer or wine.
It is. I see that now. Yeah.
Not that would stop him from sitting naked on it, but hello.
It's a lot of time to come on. We're talking about sitting naked on.
I know, sitting butt naked.
But yeah, how would you like to be the therapist that got to analyze Lobo?
I wouldn't, because I think most everyone connected to Lobo finds himself in precarious situations. Yeah, totally in the buff there. So I love this weird little like robot thing, like with the face, like
that's probably the only way to approach. That's the only way a therapist could approach Lobo.
Yeah. And, again, I love like the click, like, and I love the like the ink splatter stuff again, like.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's both, the negative space for the white and the, but there he is. Yeah. Look, there he is. So, confirm P, because that's what he's doing. He's filling up a jar there. And then down here, he's writing the date, which I just, for some reason, missed the first read through.
Deductive reasoning. We have figured it out.
Yeah.
Sherlock and Watson live on air.
And he's eating something shrimpy while, going back to the.
Yeah. And is
Yeah.
this a space? Is there a space book? He's got a space book there
Oh, yeah, Facebook, and then
because everything's
something.
space.
Some XXX vinyl or something. What an interesting person. Somebody who's so chaotic, but
Yeah.
but labels peas and jars and labels it.
Yeah, that's OCD behavior, I believe.
That's something. So that was issue 3. Again, the 4 pages Jorge did. And this is issue 4. So this is starting out with P ears here. I also like the third notice, please leave, last notice, due. Again, like the ferocity and intensity of his ink work.
Yeah, and this page is sold. This page is not available.
I just realized too, Aliens Are Us, I believe, is or Aliens, I don't know. Maybe it says something different. Aliens. That's gonna annoy me. Now I want to know what the delivery service was called.
Is it on the next page? Do we have it?
I know. I think because he runs away. These are for sale. This one, you can confirm for me if so. These are from hang on. Kirby's Comic Art. So if you scan the QR code or just send an email to kirbycomicart@gmail.com, telling her you're interested in Jorge's original artwork from Lobo, issue 3 and 4. They'll be able to help you out. They'll tell you what's available, how much, the pricing, all that kind of stuff, and shipping and everything. So
yeah, there's also a page from issue 1 still available, and there's a few pages from issue 2 still available. So make sure you tell them Good Buddy Comics sent you, so they know this is working.
Yeah, you won't get a discount, but you'll at least get
the
notification. So the
right,
scratch being in there is great.
All right, so this one is sold. So I think I've said that before, but I just want to make sure.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, this one, yeah. Dog biting the leg. Gotta love that. Like showing dog the paper while he's like biting his leg. This was great. I love this montage, if you will. And the fact that, again, Lobo, like, it just hit me that the fact that Lobo took a shower, again, like the fact that Lobo ever showers, or the fact he doesn't just like dump the pee jars on himself or something, grotesque.
Yes.
He's got some kind of code because, he cleaned himself up. He's got the beard, but the beard's got to go. So he used the blowtorch, which is a great little touch. Now they're perfectly, clean. Dog's face, yeah, just so fun to go through. Again, I love this sketchy line work there.
Yeah, it's so good.
Touch. Look at all these veins. My gosh, the veins
just
going
to keep
down
up with them.
Arm, is wild. I love that. Yeah, the tongue sticking out. Got the bag full of ammo. Got dog. Dog does not look happy. Love the sign blowing off. That's a great little touch.
Oh yeah.
There's the buddy he calls. Make ambush green again. Gonna meet up. And where are they at? But the Fortress of Solitude. Except it's not the Fortress of Solitude. Which I guess before we get to that, I love this little vehicle. Again, I always like watching artists draw vehicles. I think Jorge does a great job. I know a lot of people don't like drawing vehicles, but Fortress of Solitude. This is just selling, cheap merchant stuff. It's just a front. This isn't the actual Fortress of Solitude. So,
not actual Superman.
Wild. Yeah, let's say you got Superman on the left here, Superman on the right, except they're not.
This is like Disney Springs for Superman. This is
exactly. Yeah.
Mickey Mouse is not here, but his products are.
No Mickey.
This is the
And here we
page.
go. This is the page. Yeah.
And this page is available.
Yeah. This is a great. Yeah. Again, like the colors, just JFB on colors just adds such a level to it.
I had to find all the
like
Lobos. It's like, where's Waldo?
Yeah, exactly. Like the liquid coming down this pipe.
Like,
yeah, like you said, it's funny, like them having the map, like figuring out where they're going. Lobo reading a book, just kiss the cook. It's just so silly. And they finally get to where they're going. They've got it open. They got to open this thing up. So I love this weapon. Yeah, they pulls out. Looks like just a looks like your average car key fob.
Right.
But press the button and then bam, you got yourself an instant Krypton weapon of mass destruction. Looks like the Superman logo dangling off for easier picking out. I love the middle panel here with Lobo's face. Again, just that sliver of, again, like the lettering and the weapon itself is such a nice touch. I just love these thick brush strokes, but with, again, like the added white to them.
Masterful.
Yeah. So good. Of course, they're prepared for something to come out, which is good because lots of things come out. Lots of bots.
Yeah.
Which again, it's going back to that hard surface. Again, a fun design for these little guys. The mouth there is terrifying. Love that. This is a great page.
Yeah, this one is not available. This one has been sold.
Yeah. Not surprising. Lots of stuff going on this page.
Yeah, just a great full page splash.
Yeah.
Of pure carnage. And dog.
And dog.
And this is the page leading up to the page of Supergirl's reveal. So you see you kind of see.
I love
something's off before anybody else does.
Yeah, exactly. I love the filing cabinets too, with like the Superman logo on every single one. He's starting to go through, because I got to find what they're looking for. But I like, him just going off and going crazy again, writing all that stuff out. Just found it's like, oh, sorry, went too soon. It was like, hey, you're gonna want to turn around and look at, and it's like, well, lo and behold.
Yep. The silhouette and then Supergirl herself.
Yeah. Such a great page. Unfortunately not available. That one is taken, which is understandable. I mean, even just like their simple silhouettes here, I just love. But again, Cryptos too, the nice like highlighting around the catching the light.
Now the Supergirl intro page is page 12. I was looking to see which ones we're missing. So page 13 is the next page. Obviously, I mean, you don't have to go there yet, but I was looking to see there's a few pages 14, 15, and 16 are not available. They're not on here, so
on there, figure out which ones. Normally I have the number. It's because I'm full screen. So this is 13.
I got you. That's what I was looking for at the top up there. I didn't see it, so I got the other screen pulled up, but
it's not because it's like the bar. I guess it's still full screen. I can just leave it at that.
Well, it's zooming in. Yeah, the one page. The reason I was looking, the one page that you like that's got her red cape that's kind of streaming down was not available.
Oh yeah, that wasn't the one. Yeah, so 11, 12, 13.
And then it must have been, I think it's 14 is the next page.
I love that. The laser to the face as Lobo's talking smack. She's like, I'm not having that.
No.
So we jumped to 15, middle of their tussle.
15 is sold. So yeah, we did have images for 15, but it is sold.
14 or
No, we don't have
oh,
14.
okay, 14. Yeah, 15. Yeah, we had the image, but it's sold. Yeah.
Right. And then we don't have 16, but we have 17, 18, and 19.
Lots of gear too on Lobo, like having to draw the gear. Getting lots of detail. Again, I love the panel layout. It just feels fresh, man. Look at the laser beams from Supergirl here. They're just insane.
And I know the person that got that page, and he was looking for a good action page for I won't say his name on here
Definitely,
just in case.
definitely good. Yeah, definitely a good page. Then, and then they're getting into trouble. The cops, the security, they're here to see what the heck is going on, or so we think.
Or so we think.
Lobo and Supergirl, talking like he started it. No, she started it. I wasn't doing anything.
Bunch
I like
of
how they
finger
got
pointing.
Dog and Crypto and these like devices where it's like, all right, we got them locked up where they're not going anywhere. And Crypto, like that, like classic, like, what's happening? I didn't do anything. And Dog just tongue sticking out, like, oh, I know exactly what I did.
Oh yeah.
And of course, landing on page 18, again, my personal favorite.
And it is available.
I know, that's what's so wild. This one is still available. I don't know how this one's available. Like, that's such a great page. So,
and Jorge said that this was his favorite page too, I believe.
well, yeah, I love the way again he drew Crypto. I love the fortress, the solid to everything is just blasted, like the chomp taken out of the Superman sign. The people that are just looking at them is like whatever they just did. The pee on the floor.
Oh, and you see there's this is from the new issue, but the shark, not King Shark, Princess Shark, I think's the name. It looks like you can see her in the background there in between Crypto's front two legs.
That yeah, right there.
Yeah. So that's coming up in the new issue. But yeah, Jorge
Okay, they're grabbing a drink.
Jorge said my favorite page from Lobo 4. He says in comic stores now. So
I'm dubbing it a PP page. So
a
if you want a
page.
good, some people want a good action page. Some people want a good PP page.
Yeah.
This is a good PP page. So
Tyler gives it 5 thumbs ups.
Yeah. 5 PPs out of 5.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this one is available. So if anybody wants it, contact Kirby Comic Art.
You can contact, kirbycomicart@gmail.com. You can scan the QR code. It'll automatically set up the email out to them. And yeah, I think that. Oh, well, I guess we had a setup.
Was there one final page?
I think this is the last, and then we have the one final. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yep. My bad.
It's hard not to end on that page you just showed though.
I know. Yeah, I was like thinking that was like the final. Yeah, but we still had this one, which I love because again, Lobo and Supergirl are going at it. Bug dude back here is still looking for whatever
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm out. I'm not gonna put up with this stuff. But it's like he like finds. It looks like he finds the box. Maybe the one they need. They get electrocuted. Again, such intense,
Yeah.
eyes and looks, and then Smallville Crows.
Oh, that's pretty. That's a good.
It's funny because I missed that too. Like it's again having it blown up in my face. It's like easier to. So Smallville Crows was maybe because again they needed to find a box with crows. So
the Smallville Crows is a Smallville high school varsity football team in the TV show Smallville. So
good call out. Yeah, I've been meaning to go back and rewatch Smallville. The Adventures of Superman, the animated series, just returned, and I was in the middle of season 1. I never finished season 1. I need to finish that, but I was enjoying it. Love Smallville. Classic Superman show. Yeah.
So Superman's Letterman jacket is what they were looking for, apparently.
Look at that. Look how crazy we can zoom in.
Wow.
Yeah. It is wild, these files. So
yeah. When you look at it like here, it looks like a dot, like a drop of
incredibly honored to be able to look at those.
Yes. Thank you to Kirby and Annabelle
Kirby,
Kirby and Jorge.
yeah, by
I'm sure
proxy.
Jorge's at
Jorge's
home
like, they're showing
going,
off what? They're like, yeah, what? Don't give it to my
call my
mortal enemies.
lawyers.
Yeah,
Call
like
my lawyers
shut
now.
these guys down. It's actually
Yeah.
what it is. It's just a classic bait, and so that we're just gonna get shut down and
Yeah.
pulled. So
It's bound to happen eventually.
it wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me.
Well, we've made it an hour and a half in. It's normal par for the course. It's gonna be a
Yeah,
2 hour show. But favorite things of the week. This is the segment that everybody loves. And by everybody I
yeah.
mean me and Tyler.
Our favorites, your favorites,
Mine's
everybody's
really
favorite.
mine's really quick. This is a really quick favorite thing of the week. But I told Tyler before the show started that I did finish book 3 today, the Anarchist Cookbook, Dungeon Anarchist Cookbook of Dungeon Crawler Carl. I finished it on the way home today. And this character that I heard a few days ago on the audiobook, because I've been listening to this in the audiobook, is a prepotente. I think's how you say it. Am I saying it right, Tyler?
I was gonna say, 'cause I was like making sure. I mean, I've always pronounced it prepotente.
Yeah, you're probably right because I heard him say it.
I'm looking.
I,
I'm looking at the phonetic spelling. It's like prepotente. So prepotenta. I
prepotente.
don't know. Yeah.
Anyway, I love this. I remember he was mentioned earlier in book 2, but in book 3, you got to hear some of the dialogue with him and his shepherd with the hook. I think her name's Miriam or Muriel or something. But just the voice acting that Jeff does for this character, and just how he sounds like a little psychopath, but he's also so quick to be corrected by his shepherd, the lady that's with him. But I love this character, and I've really only heard about 2 minutes worth of dialogue from it. But this has been after finishing book 3, listening to the audiobook for book 3. This is the character that stood out to me the most, and I'm looking forward to seeing more.
Yeah, I love prepotenta. And I think that's actually prepotenta, I believe is how. But yeah, I love his character. I've not listened to the audiobooks. I still need to listen to the audiobooks. I've read all the books though, and even just reading the books, I love prepotenta. Like,
well, I was wondering how it
he's
translated.
just as funny. Like,
okay, because in the audiobook, you hear like the screams. He does the scream. If anybody ever watched Malcolm in the Middle, Hal's scream that he would do on there is what this scream reminds me of. Like,
see, that's what I love. And that's why I read, because it's like, I like the idea of an audiobook, but I like being able to imagine for myself, how the character looks. Like, I envision in my own mind the scream, the look. Like, granted, I just hear like the regular, like, it's one of my favorite screams, that like goat scream that was big, that was like used for like the commercial or whatever. So it's like, that's what I hear, when he's just loudly, because he just screams so much. But I mean, I guess sooner or later we'll see, because it's been officially greenlit for a series. But yeah, no, he's such a fun character, and he only grows on you more personally for me. So
yeah, it's great just from the things he says, and she's like, apologize. He's like, I'm sorry, I wanted to murder you.
Such an interesting character, and because I don't, like you said, not going much into it. It's like, it's just such an interesting character, and the way they come about. So,
I think from what we know so far, the only 2 characters that were human on Earth that are now crawlers, from where I've seen, has been Donut and Prepotenta. Like, those are the 2 that, one was a cat, one was a goat. They ate a magic biscuit, pet treat, or whatever it was, and then they became where they could talk with humans and interact. Intelligent, yeah. So I'm really, I don't know when this character comes back in. I just started book 4 after I finished book 3, but I'm more excited about this character than about any other character in the book so far.
It's definitely one of my more favorites, favorite characters in the series. So I love him. He's great.
All right, that's my favorite thing. I told you to be short.
Mine is this event they had. So at Universal, they've got this Spielberg Summer Blockbusters display going on. And what's cool about it is that it's got original props, screen used props from his, and it's all an ode to Spielberg, because it's Disclosure Day, just came out. Derek Laughlin's favorite movie. You heard it here. But no, Spielberg is a big part of Universal. He very much implemented, a lot of the rides, the ET ride, the Jaws ride. So they had tribute to Jaws, Jurassic Park, and Disclosure Day. What's cool is I took photos. So I'm actually going to show or present the photos that I took, or some of them. So again, this is where they have their tribute store normally. So they've gotten this thing now, a tribute store, where every season, whether it's for Christmas or Halloween or something, like they've got a store where they'll decorate it, and they go all out. What's really cool is they like really put a lot of effort into decorating it. So they got to utilize some of the decorations for this setup, but like I said, what was cool was they had screen use props. So they had the original Jaws script with annotations from Steven Spielberg himself, which is a decent high quality photo, but not like the best, but still pretty crazy to see, some of the notes and, hand gesture and just stuff for like one of the pages from Jaws. And they had, like the goodness, again, some of the props and stuff used within the movie. This was Lorraine Gary's personal bound script. Like I said, the page with the annotations. E.T., they had the speak and spell, and they had the coffee can transmitter. And again, these are the originals, film prop, and these were lent from Amblin and someone else. And I think maybe somebody's personal. I think some of this stuff actually came from Steven Spielberg's. We were looking up.
Oh, cool.
So pretty wild to see this stuff, and again, know that it was in these movies. And again, that meant so much to so many of us. Merchandise, I thought it was an interesting one. They had like original consumer products. Some of these are newer, but some of these were older. I loved this one here. Still had its Toys R Us sticker on there,
that's fun.
which is really cool to see. And again, like in the box, same with this, like the Topps cards, ET cards there. So pretty wild to see some of that stuff. They had a screen used hand animatronic. So it's cool because you can actually see the fingers here. So they've got the pinky, the ring, the index, and the thumb. And they would work those fingers, and the handle over here was for moving the arm up and down. And it was interesting to see because you could see some of the deterioration around the knuckles and the areas that were moved a lot. But pretty wild to be able to see something like this again in person and to know like the history and its use behind it. And what that meant. And this was a really cool one. These are the original bikes used in the movie. I didn't get a close-up shot of the plaques there, but they called out each individual character's bike and what kind of bike it was. So again, to be able to see these and know these were the bikes they used in the movie, and you could tell, they look nice and clean here, but like the chains were rusted, like they still had the wear and tear.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, because they look like they're in really good shape.
I was going to say they're really well kept. A lot of these props are
sure
really well kept. You can tell that this stuff is, treated and kept in such a way to keep it from deteriorating as much as possible. And I'm sure
preservation for it.
From time to time, stuff done to them, to kind of restore things here and there. I thought I got a picture. Okay, sorry, this was Jaws. So this is again the first room that had both some Jaws and ET stuff. What was cool is they had these like billboard like things that had info, pictures, on set, concepts, storyboards, information. Like this was the big board that just talking about Steven Spielberg and his influence and his work and everything. Security guard there. So again, like this these are screen used props, so they're gonna have people protecting their stuff. I think this is my favorite section. I love Jurassic Park. Again, being able to see stuff like the binocular, or I don't really call binoculars, or the night vision goggles. Sorry,
night vision.
Vision goggles. Even like a park brochure, like the eggs. This one was really cool. The dinosaur eggs I thought was a really cool. Again, you could see like the deterioration of like the stuff, the lining they had on the inside of the eggs. It would have been kind of mucus membrane stuff or whatever to kind of simulate a real egg. John Hammond's cane there with the famous mosquito inside with the amber.
Yeah, the amber. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, these were some of my favorites. I am a 3D artist. I love 3D work. I love maquettes. Maquettes are 3D sculptures. They'll do miniature sculptures to show what the full size thing will look like. So this one was the compy, made famous and Mucus EU. Yeah, made more famous than Lost World. The compies that were a big part of that movie. The texture work and everything is just insane. I mean, again, you get so much detail out of these things. They had screen used outfits, so Laura Dern's outfit, used in the movie itself, which is really cool. Again, the upkeep on these is it's wild. How good they look. It's almost like the day of you could see it. But another one of Velociraptor. I think I got two. Yeah, so Velociraptor from Lost World. But again, it's just they're only a few inches tall, a few inches, maybe like a foot long with the tail and everything on this one. But you can just see like the texture work they get into, like the sculpture and all that stuff. And especially for, again, a movie where CG work is done, these things are really useful for being able to capture, how the stuff looks in real lighting, how, the form should look, maybe how it moves. They use this a lot with animation. With traditional animated movies, they would always have maquettes of, characters like Beast or Belle or Pocahontas or things like that. Again, just to help the animators get a 3D representation of what it would look like. Again, just some really cool info, just cool behind the scenes photos, Steven Spielberg on set, concept art, scene sketches. I love seeing this stuff. I mean, again, I know you're the exact same way, Dustin, where you love the behind the scenes stuff. I love just, little notes, and I like that, they included, how many awards they won, like music, just different stuff. It was a really good smattering of kind of every thing that goes into making these movies. Jeff Goldblum's outfit from Lost World. And, it's one of those things where I actually really like Lost World. Like, it's grown on me more as I've watched it. Like, I don't think it's a bad sequel. It's a different kind of, but I like it quite a bit. Unlike 3, I don't really care for 3.
3, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, it was. I had some parts, but which is funny. I just made the connection because the kid in that movie is currently in where I'm at in ER. He's in that with where I'm at, but again, just really cool to see this kind of stuff. Just to know that's what Jeff Goldblum wore. The acrobatic stuff kicking the Velociraptor was silly. Yeah, it was a choice.
It's not perfect, but it's better than 3. I agree with you on that.
Little Pachycephalophosaurus, I think it's that one.
Close
the ramming
enough.
one, the headbutt one. Again, I just love these things. I would love to have like a T-Rex and a Velociraptor in my house. Original if I could have it. I also like these like 3D printed plaques. I thought those were a nice little touch with the names and everything. And again, like a shot. Oh, go ahead.
But for a lot of these, the maquettes that you're talking about, that's one of the things that first attracted me to Sideshow many years ago, is because a lot of their statues they produced were called maquettes because they were based from movie, and they were almost to the same point. So then when I see these dinosaurs, they did a line of those as well. So it was I love that kind of stuff. That maquettes themselves, just having a piece of it, they did a really good King Kong one at a time too. But also any screen use props, I would love to be in the market to be able to buy some of the screen use stuff. But, I've got some friends that do that with Heritage in different places, and that stuff is not cheap at all. That I thought art was pricey, but
especially if you want a movie like this, a big movie like in a big specific prop, you're gonna pay a lot. Like you can get it's kind of like original artwork. It's like you could pay a couple $100 and get something that was screen used in say a TV show or something. Because I'll check every now and then. Like they just recently uploaded a whole bunch from Star Trek not Academy, but Star Trek Discovery. And then there's another big sale going on right now for, granted it's different because it's animation, but like the same thing where it's like, original animated cells from, like Disney or a TV show or something. Like it's going to cost you quite a bit of money to get something like that. But I like the prop replica stuff that they'll release. Like that's become more and more of a thing where it's like, screen accurate prop replica. Yeah, exactly. They're pricey. Especially for
that's one of
movies
the
like
places.
this, being able to grab something like it. And this stuff is going to be so second market now where it's like, yeah, good luck getting a piece and for a price that you're a lower price, for
No,
sure.
getting the cane with the amber at the end of it and the mosquito. I mean, that's to buy something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that something where you could hold it up and everybody would know exactly what movie it came from is not going to be cheap at all. So
Yeah. It's interesting because it's like I'd be happy with just like a replica that was close enough. Like the two replicas that I want are from Jurassic Park. It's well, not Jurassic Park, but like there are two replicas that I tell Alexis that I quote unquote need. And one of those is
need
the
okay.
shaving cream canister from Jurassic Park because I just
Barbasol.
absolutely
Yeah, yeah.
it's just so good. Like it's such a like I was fascinated with. I love gadgets, and so I was fascinated as a kid with this idea. I was like, oh my gosh, it's a Barbasol can, but they can unscrew it and it's got dino DNA. I was like, man, it's such an awesome idea. And then the other one is the neuralizer from Men in Black. I absolutely love the neuralizer, and so I want a
Yeah.
replica, probably 1 and 2 because they're slightly different with the colors and stuff. But and they've made them. They even had one. I took a picture. I didn't include it in here, but they had the Barbasol can replica. I think it was like $500-$600 that you could get it for. I think it was like a licensed replica that they've had before.
Oh yeah. But
Um,
Mattel did one for San Diego Comic-Con a few years
yeah.
back, but it was more of a it had like nerdy or whatever
Yeah, Dennis Nedry. Yeah, he
ne-
had the toy in it.
Nedry, my bad.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but it
Nerd,
wasn't like that authentic.
nerdry.
It's been a while. I couldn't remember.
No, I like
Close
that. I
enough.
like it's like it fits him his character
Yeah,
too.
it's close
Nerdry.
enough. Close enough.
Yeah,
But yeah, but it wasn't a actual. I know what you're talking about. Like an actual prop replica where it
yeah.
could have been used.
And I don't think I had it here in this. Shoot, no. All right, I'm gonna try and pull. But while I'm looking for this real quick, so Disclosure Day again, of course, with his new movie out, they wanted to, kind of advertise and show off of that. And again, I watched it. I really liked it personally. It was one where I felt
Yeah.
it was very much a Spielberg movie in a modern sense. Like I felt like I was watching a Spielberg. Like I can't remember, there was a movie. Gosh, I was just watching with Alexis where she put it on. I was like, man, I forgot that Spielberg did this. And if I didn't know, I wouldn't think he had. And I didn't mean it like a disrespectful manner. I mean, I guess it kind of is, but it just didn't feel like
Yeah.
it had the spirit of it. Whereas Disclosure Day, I was like tearing up because I was like, I felt like I was watching ET or something for the first time.
Minority Report.
No, not Minority Report. I love Minority Report though. It was
It
like
feels different.
I think it was a newer one.
Oh,
Now I'm
yeah, you
looking
got
it
to
up.
look it up because I'm.
Ready Player One. That was it. Ready Player One just felt very Hollywood and more generic and not really like his usual flair or like dramatic sense that he gets with the camera work and lighting and stuff. Like it was, but it didn't. Like I said, I guess the word I would use is personal. It didn't feel as personal.
Yeah.
Not that it was bad because I like Ready Player One. It's a fun movie. I like the book. I guess I had to stop. Right, I'll have to stop because I found the image at least.
Okay. Yeah.
So this was so they had the Jurassic Park canister for $550, and then a Richard Dreyfuss autographed megalodon tooth for $600. But you can see here it's it's a full can replica.
Very
so
detailed.
The little dino DNA things, and so there's no liquid or anything in them. They're just clear. I wish they would have had some at least stuff in there, but
no dinosaur DNA.
But yeah, I think this closes, like you can actually has like a latch where you can close it and it pops up just like it does in the movie. So I'd love to own something like this one day.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
Just a cool little. Again, I just love those replicas. And getting back to Disclosure Day, so this was just a fun little, poster thing they had. They had a few props from it, so that they had the mug, the backpack, some IDs from two of the main characters, Colin Firth's character and oh my gosh, Josh. No, is it Josh? No, that's the backpack, Josh O'Connor. But I'm Coleman Domingo. Goodness.
Yes, gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
From Four
Um,
Seasons is what I was thinking.
yeah, yeah. So they had their badges, and then same for them. They had the worn outfits from Emily Blunt, and it was interesting, as my wife pointed out, it's like how pink it looks here versus
It
how red
does.
it
Yeah.
looks. But again, the color grading and stuff they do in the movie, it's going to change the look of it. And then same, they also had the main outfit from I know it's right there on the card, and it took me a second to find it because it was like the right
We're-
one. I didn't realize was just for the backpack and the coffee mug. I was like, oh, he must be over here, and I was like, all right, there it
yeah,
is.
we're
Vortex,
tired.
Badge
We're
for
tired.
Colin Firth, and so they had their outfits, and it was funny because I didn't call it out in the movie, but he's got like 6 layers on. He has a white undershirt, a top button red shirt, a gray jacket or hoodie, this inner jacket liner thing, and then the vest on top. And I'm like, why do you have so much?
It looks cool. It looks really cool.
It looks cool. Yeah, it's just like,
yeah.
oh, he's rugged, and he's wearing,
Yeah.
which I'm like, all right, I guess go off. And then the other thing I forgot was they had the Odyssey. They also had a promo for the Odyssey coming up because that's also Universal or like partially Universal. I think distributing it or something, but they had it buried in sand. I thought it was cool. They had like the footprints and stuff,
cool.
And then I got like a little. I try to like make it look like it was really there, with the leaves and stuff. So I captured a more dramatic angle, which I forgot. I didn't realize like it downloaded the motion. It's like motion photos or such a thing, so it even had like the motion there.
I like it.
But and then one last thing, because I forgot to download this one too, because I just thought it was funny. I think I had to pull it from my email. They had this like weird little interactive thing at for Disclosure Day where you could you could add yourself to the poster. And it would like turn you into like, get like add the eye effect and stuff like the silly, like things they do. So Alexis and I did that. This is what I look like on the poster. So it added like this effect to your eyes, make you look, either alien or, whatever. And then add you to the Disclosure Day poster. So you had to like line up your face. I don't know. That was just like a silly, weird little thing. So
that's cool.
That was my favorite things. I had
okay.
Like a little slideshow there.
So your area in theater has this kind of stuff. Mine loses power every other time I go see it.
No, this is Universal. So this is
I know, but it's what you have access to. I am so
jealous.
Yeah. This is so good. Yeah.
I'm very blessed to be able to like because Alexis and I were like, hey, let's just pop over. It was funny too when we went. There was like a massive thunderstorm, like the biggest we've had in a while, and we needed to get gas, and on the way there, we stopped, and the people next to us were like doing this. We're like, what? And they were like, yeah, lightning struck and took out all 3 gas stations around here. Like the power reset, so like the pumps weren't working. So we had to like go further down the road, and like it was like terrible. We were like, why are we going to the parks in this? But of course, we got to the park, and like everything at the park had come to where we were. So by the time we got to the park, it was perfectly fine. It was dark. So we got like an hour and a half in the park before it closed, and then we just hung out outside on City Walk, ate some food, and got some drinks. But very, very blessed to be able to just pop over to Disney, pop over to Universal.
No, that's awesome.
Go see stuff like this. So
no, thank you for sharing that with us, because that is really cool. You know how much I love seeing that kind of stuff.
No, I know. So. Yeah, it was. I wanted to. I was like, oh, I could throw a few, but I was like, oh, I thought I'd at least just show again, being able to see screen use props from some of our most beloved movies is just such a cool thing. So
yeah, and even if you don't like all those Spielberg movies, you guarantee you have to like at least a handful of them. So you got to appreciate them.
I mean, there's not many people I run into that don't like Jaws, Jurassic Park, and E.T. Like,
yeah, and I don't want to talk to them if they don't like those.
They're out there, but I'm like, they're like Disclosure Day. It's like, all right, well, you're alien to me, so I don't.
So, exactly. All right, well, we'll buzz through this pretty quickly. This is kind of similar. We did these the last 2 weeks, but IC3's up. I saw Jamie Jones had put up his commission list. It's open, along with
Yes,
some
yeah.
artists from the artist bullpen has opened up their commission list for some of the artists that will be attending. So make sure and check out Jamie Jones. You can contact him via his Instagram or Facebook, or go to
Yeah.
visit the artistbullpen.com. And Sam and Zach over there, check out their artists that they're bringing to IC3 and get signed up for commission.
Yeah, lots of
And
good
then
stuff out of there.
San Diego Comic Con, our good buddies Wayshak, Skottie, Jared, Zach, Brett, and there's probably a few more that'll be there that we. And
Yeah, true.
next week's buddy David Peterson,
Yeah,
he will be there. So
future buddy. Yeah.
he's about to open up his he's about to open up his commission list for San Diego Comic Con, much like he did with Heroes. So make sure and check that out. He just posted on his Instagram the commissions that he did from Heroes, and also on his
Mm.
Patreon. Go check those out. Really good stuff. Any new
Lobo's
items this week?
looking, yeah. Oh,
I left this in, and we haven't.
I mean, it's mainly just the stuff I've been picking up.
Oh,
I didn't make my post because it was so funny when we were at Heroes and Megan was like, "Did you get your Batman?" And I was like, "I did." I was like, "I'm so sorry, I haven't made a post yet. I've been meaning to make a post. I've been so behind, still behind on making my art post for Heroes. I only just made my second one."
wow. You can see my Stitch pajama shorts whenever I.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. You're getting the behind the scenes.
Yeah,
I see you've got a vessel there.
Yeah, this is the only thing I can think of to show. But
Yeah, look at that.
This is a popcorn bucket. Believe it or not.
Yep,
kids.
show them where it goes. Yep.
I can't get it off. It goes right
Oh, you
here.
can't. Oh, there's a time. There's like
Yeah.
space for maybe 5 or 6 kernels
here.
down in the
Yeah, in this area here is where the popcorn goes. I think Lobo comes off.
the least
that's-
usable popcorn bucket.
And 5 kernels, I think, is correct. But it goes there.
Yeah.
It's on there so tight. But this is the detail on this for a popcorn bucket is.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, one last thing. You may not even be able to see it, but
Oh, I didn't know it had like lights. That's cool. Yeah, a little
yeah. So
turn on action.
So my man toy, I think is what my kids called it.
Your main man toy.
My main man toy. My main man.
That's a good call in as well, Jerry. Yeah, you can get in for your CGC with Brett right now. If you're not able to make it to conventions, that's a good way to be able to get a signature, get it graded, get a remark. Tons of options for that. So
great point, Jerry.
Yeah, those popcorn. They had quite a few. They had the cup one, AFC, the infamous cup with the jacket. That one.
Yeah.
So I didn't pick up any. Again, and it's funny too. As somebody who grew up going to the movies and loves going to the movies, I don't like popcorn. I've never liked popcorn. Like I'll eat it occasionally, but if I'm gonna get desserts, I'm gonna get cookie dough bites and an icy. That's my. Really, it would have been Butterfinger BBs. I wish we could have kept Butterfinger BBs. That was like the theater snack of choice for me. Like right there with Bunch of Crunch.
It's
like
good.
Bunch of Crunch and Butterfinger BBs were like primo chocolate snacks.
Well, you look at the ones we still have, and you're like, why do we still have you for? Why are you here? And you lose ones like that. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah,
and the formula, I'm not one formula changes, and it's like sometimes I can taste, sometimes I can't. Like cookie dough bites are good, but they're not as good as they used to be. Butterfinger tastes more peanut buttery now than the caramel kind of like taste it used to be, which is kind of a bummer because I liked. Yeah. Bunch of Crunch is pretty much the same, I feel like. But yeah, Reese's Pieces are good. I do like Reese's Pieces. Yeah.
You like Raisinets?
No.
Oh, I love
raisins. No.
I mean, it's healthy. It's healthy.
I like raisins. I take that back. I do like that. I just it's
not
like
if
I have a choice, I'm like I'm gonna go with the unhealthier option because it's like I try to eat them less now, so I space it out. So then I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna eat it, then I'm gonna go for like the unhealthy one, kind of a deal. So.
Now the nerd clusters, those are.
I do love nerd clusters. I will say chocolate and then like sugary hard candy because like I love sprees, shockers, sweet tarts, that kind of stuff. But I never really got it at the movies. I always went more for like I said, like chocolate, like I said, Bunch of Crunch or Butterfinger BBs or
I got the Lifesavers, the gummy Lifesavers. Whenever we went and saw Supergirl, It was okay. I hadn't had them in a
Yeah.
while, and I can see why. Like I got tired
I
of them pretty quickly.
I will say I do love Haribo gummies. I love Haribo gummies. Like I've gotten really big into
Yeah,
gummies more so lately because I'm like, man, there's just something about them. Like they're the right firmness of chewable. Because I'm a big like I like
yeah. As long as they're
crunchy
not
stuff.
old
I
at
don't really
all.
like soft stuff. Like I'm not a big Twizzler fan. I'm glad you are, Jerry. I'm glad you could smuggle them in. I don't. I That's the one thing. I will still buy candy at the theater, but only because I'll rack up reward points,
Nah,
or
no.
I'm like, all right, I'm not paying for the ticket. You know, I'm paying for the ticket, but I'm like, I'm not paying for the
Yeah,
tickets. Like,
yeah.
whatever, I'll buy, which is still dumb. I should at least smuggle the candy. I can't smuggle in an icy, but I could at least
No.
smuggle in candy. It was. It wasn't. It reminds me too. I think it was. Oh man, I'm gonna forget the movie. I was watching a movie, not Supergirl, but like a week or two before it, and my sister-in-law had a bunch of like leftover candy from school, and so she had like mini packets of Haribo gummies, and I had taken like 5 or 6. I was like, oh, I'll eat these at the movie, and forgot about them. And then like the lady next to me started eating something, and I was like, oh man, I forgot my gummies, and so I started just like
Yeah,
opening my
popping them
tiny.
out.
I'd eat like there was like 5 per, so I'd like eat them, eat like the 5, open up the next one. It was
Yeah,
like taking like
crinkle,
small
crinkle,
hits of.
crinkle. Yeah,
Yeah,
crinkle,
yeah, I
crinkle,
was
crinkle.
like, I know. I'm always like, I try to be like the
Yeah.
like most quiet person because I'm like,
Uh,
I'm not wanting to bother anybody around me. So
it's worth it. Harbo, if you get them, if some of those smaller packs, if you let them age too long, it's too much of an effort. You get a sore jaw
they
from chewing them.
they get
You
yeah, they
gotta have
get
them
too
fresh.
hard. Yeah, thankfully, yeah, they weren't too bad.
No, I draw a line
Lemonhead,
with lemonheads. Not my
yeah,
favorite. Not my
yeah, they're
favorite,
like
dude.
they're okay. Yeah,
Not my favorite. Too sour.
yeah.
All right. Well, that's we went down that rabbit hole pretty
That's
far.
our
So yeah,
favorite thing. Yeah, favorite candy.
for
Oh my goodness, and we
yeah.
still have all of this coming up too, which I forgot about. So
Well, this will be quick. This was just this auction ended this weekend. It
yeah.
was the Dungeon Crawler Carl and Princess Donut that Skottie had did last Saturday.
Such a great
After,
piece. I was so happy that I'm not going to say that he picked my prompt, but I was one of the ones who did offer this as a suggestion because I'm always a
yeah.
suggestion. I'm like, he's not going to pick mine, but he picked the one that I was like, oh, yes. I was like, awesome. That feels good.
Well, that's what I saw him drawing it. And I thought he picked mine. I felt we
Yeah,
all
I was
felt
exactly. Yeah,
special.
it's like you pick. Yeah, like you did it. I did it. I think it was
It was a lot of people. A lot of
Oh,
people
who was
picked
it
with them.
from? Oh my, Becker. I think Becker like said,
Oh,
or no,
Mike Becker
Becker
did.
said, yeah, that'd be great to see that, but draw this. I can't remember. He suggested
Oh,
something different. Um,
it
but
was
yeah, I mean,
fun to see this true.
this, yeah, I would, it's so fitting for Skottie and his art style and everything. So yeah, it was fun to see his take. All of us willed it together.
Yeah, it's
Hey, I
11
would
by
have loved to
14
see
too.
Squirrel Girl.
Yeah, Squirrel
Yeah,
Girl's
11 by
good. We're
14.
not.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah,
was a big one, and the auction. It was fun to watch the auction too because
yeah.
me and Seth and Tyler were having our little running commentary as the bids kept coming in,
Kept
and
coming and they don't stop coming. Yeah.
the only thing I regret it didn't hit 5K. I thought it was going to go 5K.
I know. I am surprised. Again, it normally feels like it hits that big number and then it stops. Like
It
we
just
don't stop like
stops.
slightly before. So yeah, it felt like it kind of stopped abruptly.
Yeah, so somebody was like, "All right, I'll pay
Yeah.
48.61, or but I'm not going to pay
48, yeah. Yeah,
49.61." So
49.11. Yeah. So
they drew a line at it, so I can respect that. I know, and maybe
that's
they
fair. Yeah.
overextended it, but whoever got this, I don't know who got it, but congratulations, this is a great one.
Yeah.
A lot of
Really,
fun.
yeah, really great piece. Another good auction for the site. Speaking of auctions,
Right now, there's one going, and it ends
yeah.
July 3rd at 9 o'clock p.m. Central Time, I believe. It's currently at 1740. That was before the show started. I'm going to check to make sure it's still
Yeah,
there.
same.
It's still at 1740. But yeah, this is a good one. Skottie, there's a little video of Skottie doing it, and it is
I need to look
incredible.
at the auction or here. Yeah. What's funny is so I commented on I think it's Super Fresh Mess posted this. So when Dustin and Seth first shared it, I totally thought the pizza slice was the remark. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And I was like, man, that's a high starting price. But I was like, hey, makes sense. It's a Skottie piece. Not realizing that the Batman itself was the actual, because it's just so good. Like it just blends so well into the page itself that I was just completely taken aback by it. So there's the video. with him using these new markers. So that's what's like Kickstarter this was like these new markers that he's got. So which they look really good. I mean, the detail that he's able to get out of them and on the paper too, because I know it's like a thing like when you're, what paper you're using.
Oh, are you sharing your screen too?
Okay. I am, yeah. I think I do.
Okay.
Did you share? I didn't even catch that. I was like looking
Yeah,
above.
yeah.
I was like going to share. So
Okay, I stopped mine. Okay, that's what I was. I was like, oh man, that's not my
we can
screen
double
playing.
share. We can, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
We got the
awesome.
micron pins. Yeah, it's a really good. I mean, it looks really clean. Again, that's like almost like a commission in a sense. Like that's a really good piece to have. So yeah, that Skottie art is amazing. Yeah.
It really is. So yeah, so less than a day left now because it ends
Yeah.
tonight at this time. So
That's a good one. Yeah. I mean, good one to own. So, and
and speaking,
tons of original art. Yeah. The drop.
yeah, so the Mad TV, Mad About DC, the Absolute
Yeah.
Batman, Alfred E. Newman version is still available. The 211 by 17 four cover artwork of Iron Man and the different Iron Man throughout the years is also available.
Yeah.
All three Spawn covers are currently available.
Nobody get the Iron Man. That's mine. I'm
That's
claiming that.
saving.
I'm gonna wait a little bit. So
Waiting his
I gotta
time.
save up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas is coming. The Invincible, the Invincible Gert is available.
I
The
love
young,
that. So good.
the gag with the big Scotty Young has been sold, but the other young blood Scotty Young,
Yeah.
I Hate
The
Fairland
team up.
variants,
Yeah.
which I love that one. That's got the pouches and the feet.
That's a fun one.
So,
Yeah. I know Megan really liked that one.
now all of these are available except the Spider-Man Spider-Versity one.
Not
So
surprising. Yeah. It's a good cover.
the
Not again, they're
Superman
all great
Spider-Man one.
covers, but I know that there were
I
some
love.
that, yeah, we were kind of surprised haven't sold yet. So
I thought the Wolverine Lobo would sell. I'm assuming. I mean, if it would, I don't know what it would have taken to make that one sell as fast as the Wolverine
yeah,
and Deadpool did. But yeah, I have a feeling these will eventually sell. Just it's the middle of con season, and
yeah.
these are covers. These aren't sketches. These are used original used cover art. So I mean, they're going to be the price is going to reflect that. So
I say I'm still reeling from Heroes. So yeah, I'm cooling my jets, so to speak.
just waiting, just laying in wait.
Yeah, because I mean, there's stuff like like the Phantom
It's
piece.
coming.
That one's still there. Like I was like, man, I had
That's a good
forgotten.
one
Like there's
too.
pieces on there that haven't sold that have been on there for quite some time now. So
Yeah, Web of Venom is on
yeah,
there as well.
the
So
fun one. This when they made a sticker.
so Psylocke is not available.
Yeah.
It's sold. It was one of the first ones that sold. So whenever the sale launched, when was that? Tuesday? Tuesday, I guess is
Tuesday, yeah.
Tuesday.
Yesterday.
Was that yesterday?
So I'm like, today is Wednesday, right? I'm like, it's today Thursday. I'm like,
all I know is today's
yeah.
Canada Day. I don't know anything
There we
else.
go.
I don't speak in these days that you
I
speak
like
of.
that. I like the way you think.
All right, David Peterson. Next week we'll have our A game back. This has been our practice.
We'll be back on our guest mode. Yeah.
Yeah, doing our punch. Yeah,
Oh
my
yeah.
my
I
Henry
was like,
Cavill
you're putting
lock and load.
Your fisticuffs. Yeah.
Oh,
I like how it's like this. Like yeah.
Yeah, we won't do that when David Peterson is on here. Maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna fight David Peterson. No, we're not fighting David Peterson.
Oh, good gosh, I am popping different things. But David Peterson will be on next week. You'll have Sirius, Tyler, and Dustin back, and we're really looking forward to this. David is he joined us in the chat whenever Jared and Zach were on, so we're glad that he accepted our invitation.
Yeah.
So hopefully he'll enjoy
looking forward to it. Yeah, such great artwork.
Then the week after that, Josh Lewis, we say good buddy, future good buddy, but he's already a good buddy. Josh Lewis will be on. And the cool thing about that is Josh is open. Oh, yeah, let's blow that up.
Look at these. Look, I got I feel I got to read these still. Man, I've got so much I've got to read, but I picked up the 2 Future Kid issues that he has. So, got the Baxter, got his QR code. But yeah, looking forward to reading these.
So the cool thing about Josh coming on is he's one of the artists that's opened up his commission list for our Scotty Young Appreciation Group. and he has 4 different tiers. These two are the full figure $100 color 9x12 tiers. And he's also offering for the first time a bust slash half figure color 9x12 for $50. There's no examples of this because it's never been offered. It's never been done, but he is offering it for
Yeah.
our group. 9 by
It's a
12
GBC first.
That's right. We'll cover a $10 shipping. And I tell everybody this just to make sure we're not, me and Tyler aren't in this to make anything. All the money goes straight to the artist. We just do this because we love the art. We love the artist and we love the art. So,
Well, I mean, we mostly are we taking money or are we just having it people send it straight to Josh or
when we did this for Jamie, when we did this for Jay,
yeah, we just send it
the
straight
money
to
goes straight to the artist.
Yeah, so I was like, we're not even middleman. Like we're literally just
No.
type men in this equation. We asked to offer this with our guest if they're able to do this just to help them out,
No.
to be able to I submitted a full figure and a not a bust, the sketch card, a color sketch card. So yeah, I mean, again, we happy to have Josh on, happy to be able to, same with Jay, same with Jamie, like you said, to be able to direct some commissions or things their way, whatever help we can offer. So
absolutely. So the black and white sketch cards, $10. The color sketch cards,
Look at that
20. These
little
are just
Grogu.
examples.
So cute.
These are just examples. And go to the Skottie Young Appreciation Group. There's a post that's pinned to the featured post that has this commission opportunity, and claim whatever you want. I will pass it on to Josh, and as soon as you send PayPal to Josh, he will work on it and get it shipped out for you. I'm hoping we'll have some of these to reveal during the show when he comes on.
That would be good.
27th.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I always love a good art reveal.
But we're getting close to the end. I will say before we end the show that we're going to have a string of quite a few guests coming up here shortly. So I was just going to give everybody a little tease. We don't have previews, but since there's no guest on here and we're finishing out the show, beyond Josh Lewis, we do have Jeffrey Brown coming on. Riley Rossmo is going to be coming on to hype the issue 6 of Lobo. Terry Dotson will be coming on in the future. Oh gosh, I'm going to butcher his name. Pack. The proper
Pierre Alexander Comtois. Again, I know I've pictured that as well. But creator of Sunder, whose work I showed off during the Heroes review, he'll be on talking about Sunder, because Sunder again is coming out as individual issues coming up later this year. So we're gonna have him on the week before that launches. So we'll be making sure to push that to make sure people get that in before the FOC cutoff. Really great book. Again, pick up issue 1, just check it out. But I love the artwork, love the story, love the writing. So trying to get as many eyes on that as possible.
So that's September 23rd when he'll be on. Then the week after that, Mike Mayhack will return.
Yes.
And we'll be discussing his new release, The Moonlit Spiral, which will be coming out the week after that. So then shortly after that, Ed J. Curry will be on, followed by Josh Swaby. And our last guest of the year will be Sean Crystal. So we've got a few more that were being peppered in between there, but 2026 is shaping up, and we're about to have it booked out to the end of the year. So and then we go on hiatus and go in hibernation for the winter, and then we come back out in 2027.
Exactly. Yep.
Renewed.
Yeah. So. But if you want to come on again, message myself, message Dustin, or reach out, on the Good Buddy channel, the YouTube channel, message on the channel, and we'll try to pencil you in as it is. So.
As it is. And if you have not, make sure to like and subscribe, just because it makes it feel like we're doing
hit
something.
Hit that thumbs up button, because we're the Good Buddy, good thumbs up. Yeah.
Yeah. And create, if you want to create some fake YouTube accounts and subscribe, we're okay. We're not telling you what to do. We're not telling you what not to do.
I mean, it sounded like you were telling him what to do, but yeah, it's a hint, it's a suggestion.
I'm winking.
Yeah.
You see me winking? There we go. But do what you can. We love and appreciate every one of y'all. Tyler just liked and subscribed. So
I'm going and making a fake account as we speak.
Well, Tyler, I will say this before we end the show. I gave Tyler a lot of crap because it was like 6 months to 8 months in before he finally subscribed to our channel.
It did, yeah. It took a while. Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, I guess I could do that. Yeah.
Full disclosure, I just subscribed last week to our channel. So that was
Wow.
after I picked on you about that, I looked
Who
and I
needs
wasn't
haters when we
subscribed.
have ourselves? So,
Ourselves, we're our own worst enemies. So,
but thank you everybody for. I guess you want to close it out or have anything to say before I
no,
close
no,
it
no,
out?
no. I've said way too
Yeah.
much. So thank you all.
Yeah, thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Jonathan. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate the help.
We have good buddies.
Yeah, we try. Yeah, but
Yeah,
thank you all for
thank you.
being here as usual. Again, we know these are a little bit more chillax, than the guest
Yes,
shows, but it gives us a nice little break again. Gets us back to what started at the Skottie Talk stuff. So, appreciate y'all showing up every Wednesday and chatting and talking with us. So. I almost forgot, as with our Skottie sign off. Until next
that's right.
week, but David, stay fresh, live messy, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.
Deuces.
That was such an aggressive